Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah. I'll definitely answer your guys' questions as we go along, but since we're all here,
we're all here.
and
Let
then
let us begin this quest.
and there is music going on in the background of the Twitch if you feel like cranking up your TV to hear that, or however you want to listen, but
Yeah.
just for flavor.
You've only got the ambient stuff on right now, right?
Yeah, just the ambient stuff
Okay.
because that is how you guys are going to kind of start. I'll give kind of a summary, given that Aislinn wasn't there for the first session. But basically, this is a ragtag party that met in a tavern, a local tavern in Waterdeep, which is just this big, beautiful, fantastic city on the Sword Coast. It's maybe one of the biggest cities there. A lot of diversity, a lot of interesting folk, a lot of different wards and areas to check out. But specifically, they were at this place called the Yawning Portal Tavern, and it's known to attract a lot of adventurers and quest taker types because of this giant, like 40-foot diameter well in the middle of the tavern that anybody could go down at any point or fall down by accident. But this basically takes you to the Underdark, underneath the tavern and underneath the city, where there's just crazy magic items, adventures, and creatures. Randall, meaning which is a paladin, which is Logan's character, went back to this place after not having gone for maybe 5 years and having gone through his own adventures and tragedies and whatnot. Went to this tavern to kind of like maybe rekindle his adventurous flame, or who knows. And he shows up there, tries to get a drink, bumps into Fei Fong, which is Marcus's monk character, who is a drunken master and is just lavishly drunk all the time. They kind of hit it off, maybe. It's more Fei Fong trying to get drinks out of Randall. But people keep popping in. Eventually, Roxton, I forget exactly how everybody introduced each other, but Roxton, which was Danny's wizard, makes an appearance and talks to Randall. They kind of have a history. Jordan's character, Elijah Tonberry, the druid, introduces himself as well, and they all get kind of chummy. After a while, a bar fight breaks out, and they decide to kind of intervene and help to an extent. It gets messy. I don't know if anybody feels like describing what they did, but
Was the bar fight? The bar fight wasn't at that one. It was at the later one, right? It was the
I mean,
second
I
inn we
for,
went to.
No, this is the bar
'Cause
fight where all the
the-
creatures came out of like the well a bit, and we were like on the
So-
Yeah.
levels of the bar.
Yeah.
that
sitting
was
on
that was that
ropes.
fight.
there were 2 tavern brawls. So at a point, a troll covered in these weird, large lizard mosquito creatures crawled its way out of the well because it was attracted to the smell of like the food wafting out of the tavern. That a troll just climbs up all the way out of the well and starts attacking everybody in the tavern. Then our adventurers decide to help fight this thing as they were about to head down the well and were actually hanging from ropes above it. So they had to somehow get off the ropes, go down, attack, fight the troll, knocked it down the well, and it fell all the way to the bottom. After that, this guy named Volo, who is the guy who wrote the Volo's Guide to Monsters, he's like a famous local scientist, wizard type, basically gives them criteria for a quest to go on. So then they take on that quest, and then on the way out, another tavern brawl happens where these 5 guys in like black leather armor attack Yagra Stonefist, which is a half-orc woman that's there. They help her out. They kind of get chummy. They get to know one another. Then they go outside and go on the quest itself for the first session, which was this simpleton guy named Floon Blagmar went missing, who was hanging out with Volo at a bar down by the dock wards, kind of where the sailors hang out. This bar was called Skewer Dragon. Basically, he hasn't been seen for a couple days, and they were just going to go over and question people. Each person was promised 100 gold pieces and were paid 10 gold pieces up front. So they started to make their way across town. It's the middle of winter and the dead of night, so everything's just like frozen. Everything's frigid and cold. People make their way across town. They come across basically where a gang kind of turf fight had occurred between the Xanathar's Guild, which Xanathar is this beholder, mafioso kind of type, versus the Zentarum, which are these black leather kind of goons that are hanging out. They see the end of it, and the City Watch basically questioning people and trying to get to the bottom of things, and the City Watch are really asserting, like, we don't want you guys getting involved. So everybody acknowledges this fight and moves along. They stop at this weird shop called the Zoblob Shop, which there's just this weird deep gnome in there that thinks he's a beholder and is really obsessed with purple objects and purple things. So everybody kind of gave up some sort of purple objects to negotiate and take some weird trinket the guy was selling. Pretty weird stuff everybody got. I think it was Randall that tried to pickpocket something off a shelf and found like an old sock that really didn't lead to much. But everybody got weird kind of trinkets, left from there, maybe warmed themselves up for a bit, finally made their way to the Skewered Dragon. They went inside. There was a sailor birthday going on. They got bad looks because they weren't really typical clientele there, but they asked the bartender basically for some information if they saw this guy Floon Blagmar and blah, blah, blah. And basically we're told, yeah, we're probably trying to question that guy or a guy that looks like who you're talking about nearby at our hideout. If you want to be a recruit to the Zentarum, head over there and we'll recruit you guys and you can help involve yourselves. So they went over to this hideout. There was no activity on the inside, so they broke in, got inside, and then out of nowhere were attacked by 4 Kenku assassins. They debilitated and fought these assassins in a multitude of ways, and after the combat, questioned one of them and got a few weird Kenku kind of things out of them as far as them remarking on things they had heard previously since they're Kenku. From there, they searched the place, found this like passage under the stairs, and found this guy named Rainier Neverember, who they were not expecting to find, but fit the bill of who they were looking for, like physically speaking. And he shared a bunch of information of what had happened. He had met Floon Blagmar, the Skewered Dragon. They had been drinking. He decided to help walk him home for the night, and then they were basically abducted by the men in black leather armor. He explains why they were probably abducted, being that they thought he was a valuable person and had knowledge of where the dragon's hoard, like the dragon heist treasure was, that his dad had been hoarding for a long time as the Lord of Waterdeep. From there, he basically says, though, that he has no idea where it is. He had no information. The Kenku attacked. They took Floon elsewhere, and he just hid out there until he found an opportunity to escape. He likes the party for saving them. Everybody kind of teams up and leaves from there. On the way out, they meet the City Watch, who basically say, like, ouch, this is kind of our fault because we took the City Watch away from here to go parole the streets better, and also we kind of hope the Zentarum and Xanathar just kind of guilds kill each other so we don't have to worry about them as much. That's when these guys got the law, they got the legal code, and now they kind of have to follow those rules or else might be taken to jail. You can't go around killing people or even really getting into street fights. It's considered like pretty lowbrow stuff to do. But from there, they go back to the Skewered Dragon, speak to the bartender, come up with kind of a weird, shifty deal. I don't know if you guys are actually trying to follow through with it or not, but basically they said, yeah, we know where you need to go. Head to the sewers. That's where the Xanathar hideout is. But we'll only show you how to get there if you promise to wipe them all out and also secretly be chummy with Rainier Neverember so you can get information out of him and we can find out like where the dragon hoard is. And people kind of half said yes and half agreed, but essentially sent Rainier Neverember off to the Yawning Portal Tavern so he wouldn't get injured. They headed into the sewers, sneakily went along, came across a gazer, which is kind of this mini beholder kind of thing. Randall, a paladin of all people, used a sneak attack because he has a point in rogue, javelin the thing and killed it in one hit. Which was pretty wild because he also doesn't have dark vision, but he swigged this potion that Fei Fong had on hand. Then you guys hit a crossroads, check north. You came from the east, so you check south. And you came across this secret passage that led you directly to where basically the boss fight was. And you headed through there, listened very carefully, and could hear a person being tortured through the other room. And it sounded really bad, but you tried to come up with a plan of attack very quickly when you realized that there were a bunch of enemies in the other room. Came up with that plan, went in for an attack, and basically attacked this extremely powerful creature that you guys had a hard time fathoming what it even was, but it showed its true power and strength. They were able to kill the guy who was torturing Floon very quickly. He was just this lowly half-orc wizard guy. But the other guy in the room watching the torturing, enjoying watching the torturing, was a mind flayer named Nihilor. And he released an intellect devourer, which is basically a brain with a bunch of legs. And it went and attacked Fei Fong. He failed the intelligence saving throw because he's not the most intelligent guy. And
Excuse me,
basically...
what?
6.
And yeah, an intelligence of 6. And Fei Fong was completely just basically like knocked out for the remainder of the fight. His intelligence actually went to 0 because the intellect devourer was like taking over his mind. The mind flayer secretly was trying to flee the room and basically told everybody else, like, I could wipe you out right here and right now, but you intrigue me and I'm willing to let you live for now because I just want to see... You guys intrigue me. I want to see what you're going to do. And basically everybody kind of came to a very awkward truce. The mind flayer fled the room, portaled out of there, along with the intellect devourer. Everybody kind of recovered for a second, went like, what the fuck was that? And went and helped out Floon, who was down at like probably like 1 health or something. Floon was very thankful. He hit it off with Fang because they both have like an intelligence of 6. So they were having this kind of like toddler talk conversation. And then Randall and Elijah were talking to one another, being like, what the hell's going on? Where do we go now? What do we do now? But they basically saved the day. They saved Floon. They accomplished their mission. They didn't necessarily accomplish Zentarim's mission by wiping out all the Xanathar down there because they hit the boss so quickly. But then they headed up top, went back to the Yawning Portal Tavern. Volo was very happy. He wanted to reward them, but he's been waiting on kind of a check or some money from his book sales, so he wasn't able to reimburse the 100 gold that he promised everybody. But instead, he gave the party, specifically Randall, because he took it upon himself to, like, he was the one who most wanted it, I guess, basically ownership of this Troll Skull Manor that lies on Troll Skull Alley. And they went and did the paperwork, got it done, and essentially that's where we left things at this point.
Randall's
So,
a property owner now.
Randall is the property owner of a very prolific building.
Yeah.
And we're all crashing there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's Sir Randall Flowers, Esquire.
Exactly. So
that is very Randall.
there were a lot more little comedic moments here and there, which I'm sure will come back up, but Randall begrudgingly had been paying basically everybody's bar tabs throughout the Yawning Portal Tavern times, and also paid for the rights to sign the thing in his name so he could own the Troll Skull Manor. So it's under his name.
Randall has mainly been paying for Fei Fong's bar tab. And
Yeah.
potentially other things. I believe he bought me a fan with a cat on it.
Yeah, Elijah doesn't really have a bar tab per se.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Faye will cover the bar tab for everybody. And by cover, I mean
Faye.
drink enough for everybody.
Yeah, that's exactly what you meant.
Yes.
But if we're good to go, we can go from there. So let's say it was the day they went down to the courthouse. Randall got his paperwork done, and Volo basically goes, "Congratulations, you're now the owner of the most prolific building on the block. 3 beautiful stories of the Troll Skull Manor. There used to be a tavern. There used to be this and that. I will say, though, it might be a little haunted. That's kind of why I personally bought the place. I was trying to start a new book, Spirits and Specters by Volo, but that just didn't really come together. But if it happens to be haunted, I'd be a little bit wary. I think all the ghosts and poltergeists in there, if they're there, are friendly types. They might just need to be appeased given how they died or being a little possessive of the place. But, maybe some kind souls in there. But why don't... go ahead. Sorry. Anything you guys want to say about that?
That's
No.
fine. Check it out later.
I'm at peace with the circle of life,
Okay. Fair enough. How about I walk you down to your new humble abode? Let's head down there right now. So I'm going to change this over real quick. The Twitch stream.
Ooh, let's see the place.
Oh, right. It's on this computer screen. I'll move you guys right here. It'll probably take a second to load in. But
Yeah, it's just taking a second.
Ooh.
Here, welcome to the Troll Skull Manor. I'm sure you'll probably want to convert it as quickly as you can to something useful. But I hope you enjoy what you see. I noticed the screen I'm actually using for Twitch isn't working. Oh, I needed to scroll down. I'm dumb. There we go.
Is the
Yeah, no,
is
roll
the
20
spot to
hits
the
a little
left?
early.
Is that the entrance?
Yes, over here to the left. Feel free to move your characters
Yes.
around. I can pick one to move around the Twitch stream if you guys want to see. But this is the basic layout of the place.
Alright. Is that a bar? Is that a bar over there? This is my room now.
Yes.
Randy, this is Randall. This is I want to live in this area, and I go up to whatever this tavern area is, and I start scrounging for bottles of liquor.
Yes, fine, sir. This. I mean, by all means,
Sure.
open a tavern, open whatever you want here. Yes.
Say you are welcome to stay here, but I could have purchased a carriage and a couple of draft horses for what you all cost me last night.
I totally don't understand what he's saying. As I found a bottle, and I'm trying furiously to open it up to see what its contents are.
I'll
Out of nowhere, this specter comes over and rips the bottle out of your hands and throws it against the wall and breaks it and folds his arms, asserting he's not happy about your presence here.
I was going to drink that. What? Why would you do that? Ghost
The
person?
ghost does not respond. Either he doesn't want to, or he's a mute, or he's incapable. But he doesn't respond, and he just basically shakes his head at you and folds his arms and follows you around.
I'm gonna grab another bottle.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And I'm gonna slowly try to open it while I just make eye contact with the ghost.
Okay. The ghost is kind of like chuckling to himself because he knows there's nothing in there except for dust and cobwebs.
I open it and I immediately drink whatever's in there.
You
Just
find
dry air and gross.
just dry air and grossness. Dust hits your lips and tongue, and it is extremely disappointing.
You get
I
sugar
cough
rocky
it
mouth.
I cough it into the ghost's face.
Oof. The ghost huffs and puffs as if he has lungs and wheezes and is mad at how he's been assaulted. And he goes over and goes to the chalkboard behind the bar and just scrawls with his spectral nails, "Closing time," and just points towards the door as in get out.
Oh, this is our home, though.
Volo goes well, all spirits can be appeased one way or another. He seems very possessive of the bar. Maybe if you can fix it up, he'll become a friendly ghost,
Okay, I hear ya. Well, I mean, I could try to druid craft a little bit in here to just touch up all the wood and fine edges and make it all shiny and new, some new growth. Can I do that?
Feel free if you want.
I'm gonna try to make a beautiful bar. Lots of
Okay.
intricate designs, a few knobs and knots here and there, maybe a couple naturally grown cup holders, if you will,
Nice. I
that's
approve.
great.
I approve.
and little tiny cup holders for shot glasses.
Nice.
And yeah, I hope this brightens the place up and makes it more enjoyable for you. I say to the spirit.
He looks over and he nods approvingly. He is you can tell that he's an elf kind of ghost, so he kind of approves of the nice naturalistic style of it. So much so that he goes over and he pulls this painting from underneath the bar and hangs it on the wall, and it's a very tasteful painting of a nude wood elf.
Oh,
Well, that's certainly brightens up the place.
most definitely. Is this you when you were alive?
He shakes his head in dismay and questioning, since he's a male elf.
Oh, is this not a male elf?
No, it was a tasteful nude female elf.
Okay, well, I think we put that right up on the mantle of the bar.
He approves of this. He actually goes over and like pulls down a stool for you to sit down, and he looks around as if he's ready to prepare you a drink, but then gets sad since there's just like no alcohol around.
Are there any brewer supplies? In this area?
So the ghost says, kind of like motions as if he says like, follow me. So if you want to follow him over here real quick,
I'm gonna do that.
go for it.
I'm gonna do that.
Over
I
here-
wanna make you a drink, ghost.
There's a hatch to a basement, and he points towards the hatch.
I'll poke at the hatch and be like, ghost, what's down there? Do you want me to go down?
He
Down
motions
here?
for you to lift it. He wants you to lift the hatch,
I'll lift the hatch.
and he goes down there. If you want to follow
I
him.
motion to everybody else like, fellas, this ghost wants us to go down to this dark, dank part of the house. It's probably totally safe. We should all follow the ghost.
I follow.
And I jump down and
I
follow
trust.
the ghost.
I feel trusting of this ghost. I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
Isn't to our new house anyways. We're gonna have to explore these nooks and crannies one day.
Yeah, you make a good point. Let's see where this leads.
This is your house, Randall, so I hope it's okay with you.
Oh, of course.
And when you go down here, you see that there's this beautiful old, slightly dank basement that has old ale casks, a wine cellar, that you could really get a good setup going here. But sadly, it seems like everything is like acrid and nasty and spoiled.
Beautiful.
I totally open up a bottle and try to take a drink.
Well, it's a little dusty, but these floors.
Are you? The floors are good. Do you want to roll for Constitution if you are in fact drinking that?
I am drinking it. Yes, I will roll Constitution.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can roll it through. Yeah, you know what? I'll just roll. I'm just gonna roll a d20. Just figure that out. Why did it do 2?
Uh-oh. Do you have advantage on?
I don't think I did.
I'll take a look.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's terrible. I don't like that. So I got a. Is my Constitution? Do I have like a? Let's see with that one. So I just got. So I just got a 7.
Oof. I guess I could have looked in the chat, but yeah, that's so you swig it down, and I mean, maybe when you came in, you were already so plastered that obviously you can't tell the quality of the alcohol you're drinking at the moment, but you swig it down, telling that it is alcohol, can't tell that it's way past its prime, and it gets you wasted, but the wrong kind of like wasted.
Ugh.
The sour kind of feeling.
This is. I don't know if this is any good. I take another drink out of it.
Oh my
Do I roll again?
Go ahead.
Damn.
Hey.
If he isn't dedicated, what is he?
I got an 11 this time. Am I getting used to it?
I guess so. You're fighting through it. So, you're fighting past the nauseous side of things and just feeling like really tipsy. Well, I mean, tipsy as in like falling over, but you know how that goes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's a bit better second time around.
Oh, it's one
But
of
I
those.
start to
It's an
stumble.
acquired
I start
taste.
to stumble, and I drop the bottle.
The elf shakes his head and is just also kind of like chuckling to himself. You
Hey,
hear.
no worries.
Mhm.
I'll get my journal out and write down the side quest to replenish the cask cellar and get a lot of fresh alcohol down here. We can really spruce this place up, turn it into a cheers.
And almost with perfect timing, you hear a faint, echoey call from up top, basically saying, "Hello? Hello, anybody here?"
Is your house, Randall?
Huh. Well, I mean, might as well check out what's upstairs.
All right, let's go.
You guys go upstairs. I don't have a token for this dude in general because this is more just theater of the mind. Sorry, Aizen, we'll bring you in a couple minutes. But there is this little halfling guy with some strong mutton chops. He looks middle-aged. He looks very at peace. He's smoking a little pipe. And he comes in and he basically says, "Oh, hello, hello. Are you the new owners of this establishment?"
I certainly am, and what are you doing in here?
I came by to visit and acquaint myself with you guys. I am the president of the Fellowship of Innkeepers Guild, and I thought I would come by and maybe offer my services as far as getting your place back in order. If assuming you don't want to keep it just like the rundown junk it currently is, as we can all acknowledge.
The president of the Innkeepers Guild?
Yes, the Fellowship of Innkeepers.
Oh, yeah. So you're offering your services personally?
Yes, myself and the other people in the guild for an affordable rate. We can come in and fix things up. I know some of the other people in the guild that can come by and also provide you with alcohol and meat if that's what you're going for your establishment. But personally,
Alcohol? Did you say alcohol?
Oh gosh.
oh yes,
Somebody earmuffs on fake on.
only the best possible alcohol if you want at your establishment. I know the guild keeper, the Vintners, Distillers, and Brewers Guild keeper. He's Hammond Craddock. I think he might actually be coming by later today as well. And all of us here would absolutely love to see the Troll Skull Manor return to its former glory, if you will. And for a small sum of money, we can fix up your place and maintain it throughout the years.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Are your prices competitive?
Yes and no, only in that we are the only prices. Anybody who is a carpenter has to go through us, and anybody who throughout Waterdeep, it's just kind of how it works here.
Market, and you think you can just run a racket around here?
We'll pay any price for the finest alcohol, right, Randall?
Hey, let me handle this one.
Make sure you get the best booze, Randall.
It's
Wrong.
It's only fair. Our fees really aren't that bad, and it's just how all of Waterdeep works. If you choose to open an inn and you want it to keep running, you need to go through the Fellowship of Innkeepers.
Well, Elijah, what do you think? You seemed interested in a pet project.
Well, if we want to restore this place, I mean, it's an investment either way. And ultimately, this is your home, but I'm here for the ride. If we want to turn this into some sort of, venture, then we must venture with it, right?
I mean, this place is massive, and I assume that you'll need some sort of help. If you guys feel like doing whatever work you're capable of, it'll probably bring the cost down. But if you want the really high quality, great work, you'd want to go through us. It's the best carpenters in the entire city we're talking about here.
Well, if we can get enough people to gather here, I mean, who knows? We'll have a lot of information available to us too.
What rates are you talking?
I mean, this place could be gorgeous. 3 stories. We could get it done in 10, maybe 12 days. Personally, I think it would be about 750 gold coins for our services. Get it brand new. The Brewers Guild, probably to get you going down there in the basement that's down there, would probably be I don't know, 250, and then the butchers to get meat for the year delivered would probably be another 250.
Holy shit.
I know how to make the booze. Does that help? Can I go talk to this brewers? I would love to see what sort of supplies and inventory they have and whatnot.
Oh, good. Neptune, have
What
mercy
kind of-
on us all.
I do have proficiency in brewer supplies, so I may be stupid, but I know how to make a mean cocktail.
So I
There
will
you
say I have a
The
list
important
of
skills.
ways that during this 10-day span you can help out around the place and do some ability checks that will bring down the price. And if you all roll well enough, you could probably bring it down another, I don't know, 300 to 400 gold coins. But at the same time, there are people that you can get a tidy little loan from and pay that back throughout time. Or pretty quickly if you come across treasure.
Well,
This comfortable was such a high investment, and you know how we are here one day, gone another kind of deal. The stakes are certainly higher. Staying,
I
run our
think
bracket.
I think we're pretty much going to just be hiring people to kind of take care of it while we're not here, right?
I mean, so
They can seize our shit.
while the business itself is running, you'll make a sizable amount of money each week. You yourself can work at the place to help spruce up the place and make more money. You might also obviously have a new party member coming in shortly. But basically the halfling himself basically offers up if you're falling on hard times, which I don't really understand how you could own this place then. There's a Mert the money lender that I could introduce you to.
I don't appreciate you assuming that I can't afford this.
Sure. There's also Istrid Horn. She can give out short-term loans. You could work at it yourself and bring down the price a little bit, and you could probably go do some questing around town to make some change.
So, does anybody want to purchase some shares in this, or is it
I want in on this. I have this fancy panda fur that I'm wearing, and I will offer this up as collateral. And I hand it over to Randall.
I appreciate it. I just don't know if you are up to the challenge of bar and restaurant management.
I can manage drinks fine.
I think we can hire a bartender that we can trust. There's magic and stuff, we can make sure that nothing's being stolen, and we have our ghost friend here to help run the place too. Isn't that right, Ghost Elf?
He nods approvingly.
It's not that I don't trust Faye, but I feel like he's gonna suck down all of our profit.
Well, I think that Faye, hey buddy, there's a special job that we need for you to do for the bar.
Yes. What
It's
is
your
this,
job,
Elijah?
It's your job to watch out for other people who might be drinking too much.
Oh, and then do I take their drinks and drink them myself?
Well, we just make sure that they don't continue to drink or get too rowdy, and if you do good about that all night until the tavern closes, then you get to drink the drinks.
Oh, okay, so I'm going to be like the bouncer then.
Oh, you're familiar. Yeah, you're the bouncer.
Yes. Oh, okay.
I don't see why. I don't see why.
I think I
our
can
monk-
handle that.
I think our monk should be the bouncer. Absolutely.
I will pull up real quick when we get to that time. There are skill checks for exactly that kind of stuff that will show how you perform and make money for the week. And where is it? Security is on there. So, yeah.
Oh gosh.
But okay, the halfling kind of notices you guys having to discuss the situation, and goes like, I'll be along later. The other guild's people come on by, but I hope you can work it all out and we can get something going. But see you all later. And he goes to leave, and as he leaves, almost like a town crier, he's announcing that the tavern will be opening up again shortly, and that everybody should be excited. And at this, a few people seem kind of intrigued to come check out the place. One specifically is a bard that recently, I'm not sure what their history is with Waterdeep, but maybe was looking for some sort of adventure or a crew or a place to perform. But they make their way to the tavern if you want Aislinn.
So I'm coming in.
You're coming in. You heard that this new tavern's opening up. That's like an old important tavern, and maybe there is some sort of opportunity here for you.
Okay, well, I come through the doors, casting prestidigitation with a bunch of fireworks and flare.
And play.
And flare.
Ooh, fancy.
That sure is fancy. So, and I turned to Elijah. I'm like, I feel like that guy just like sold us into this deal. I hope it turns out, but yeah, I guess.
No, he pulled me aside and he told me that, he was given this product of a bar to sell by somebody else, and it's kind of just passed down to the next person, almost forming a thing called a pyramid. This is going to work out great. This is going to work out great. We're in good hands. I trust the plan. I trust the universe on this one.
Well, we just need to come up with like what 1,250 gold real quick.
That is something you guys should discuss at some point. But this bard just walked in, firing off fireworks. I don't know how y'all react to that.
That was.
Do you need some entertainment?
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
Color me
Do
entertained.
that again. Do that again.
I do it again.
I clap. I clap excitedly at all the lights, hoping things aren't getting set on fire, but whatever.
It's
Yeah, I'm
all
just kinda-
great. Don't worry.
Some people are pretty easy to please, I suppose.
They're
I
green and rainbow.
I think Roxton would take interest in this and is approving of this. He seems like the type he might want to show off, but I don't know if he should.
I think he's the type who would absolutely do prestidigitation as well and try to just do like one more sparkle than
Just one.
Midoriya did.
Yeah.
I'm just still going.
I wonder. Of course, he doesn't have it in his sheet.
He doesn't have that on his sheet. I don't know if he has.
I don't
Let's
think
he
pretend
has
he does. Let's
prestidigitation.
pretend he does. Let's pretend he does.
It's a
and
harmless
also-
cantrip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you even spell prestid? Oh, there it is.
Oh no, Aiden just put it up.
I just did it.
Yes.
There you go.
Lit.
You know, Elijah, I think a really good thought about how we can make this money back. You know that treasure everyone's looking for?
Oh yeah. How could he not? Have you the dragon's treasure?
I mean,
Everyone's fascinated with dragons, right?
this just sounds like, we were just told about this great treasure. Now we have a giant debt looming over us.
I feel like we just got Tom Nooked. Does anyone else feel like we got Tom Nooked?
I feel so Tom Nook right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would be a great way to get out of our debt, if nothing else. Let's see what we can find out about that treasure. I mean, there's probably plenty of it to go around. Imagine all the good we could do with it.
So much good. I can have another damper head. People loved that last time.
So you guys aren't looking to like hire or anything?
Oh no,
What if we-
no, most
ooh,
definitely.
what if we have
could
a-
you introduce yourself? I saw the prestidigitation, but what was your name, man?
Yeah, do you do cool stuff? What do you do?
You can call me the. I'm stammering over my words. I obviously look very unnerved. My name is Midori. the magnificent. I was looking for a job.
Question mark?
Hey,
Uh, well, I mean, once we get this place up and running, I don't see why you couldn't perform here. That was quite the act, but I mean, there's going to be some time before that. Until
I can do
then,
many illusions. I pull up. I do minor illusion and just do like a bunny rabbit through the air.
whoa,
Where did that come from? Magic.
It's all magic. It's illusion.
I like to think that Faye has not been exposed to much magic and thinks it's like really otherworldly and cute.
It's adorable.
You're talented. I mean, if you want to come with us, could get a little hairy. You like treasure?
Yeah, I need money. So, sure.
I mean,
Well-
it sounds like there's probably going to be enough to share. So if you think you have the constitution for this, yeah.
I have many tricks up my sleeve. I can be of assistance anywhere. I think maybe.
Having a
Anywhere, I
performer,
think maybe.
having a performer at
You
your
pull-
bar isn't the worst idea.
Can you pull any other animals out of thin air?
What animal do you want to see?
A possum.
A possum?
Possum.
But they don't. They did. Okay. I do another minor
one?
illusion, and it's a possum just dead on the
Oh!
floor.
Oh no! I poke it. I hope it's just playing dead.
Your hand goes right through it. It is just an illusion, and it's a possum.
It is just an illusion.
They're not that entertaining. I don't know why you wanted to see a possum.
Well, if it was alive, it'd be a lot more entertaining.
That's all they do. I swear. I think
Oh.
maybe. Look, maybe. Oh,
This
I
is
could be.
sad. This is sadly disappointing here.
As this is going on,
It's hard to keep this drunk happy.
a human man and a young woman named Ginny, and Ginny's very apparently a female tiefling, wander in and look around and just look very confused by everything that's going on in the room currently. And Hammond makes himself known, and he's like, "Are you the new proprietors of the Troll Skull Manor?"
We certainly are. And who are you?
I am Hammond Craddock. I am the guild master of the Vinters, the Distillers, and the Brewers Guild. You can tell he's very proud about all this. And this is
As it
Ginny,
should be.
I suppose, and she's just my note taker. But I've come here to basically offer you a contract to fix the basement that I've heard is needing fixing, and providing you with alcohol regularly so you can get this tavern up and running.
I get very excited and I run up to him and say, "Ooh, yes, Brewers Guild. Alcohol giving? Yes, let's talk some more." I put my hand on his shoulder to get chummy with him.
Mm-hmm.
Do not talk to were you sent here by the president of the Mutton Chops Guild?
Oh, that man. Yeah, we're acquaintanced. I know him well. We've had to work on many projects together throughout Waterdeep to maintain the inns and taverns.
Okay. And how much do I owe you for all of this?
You don't owe me right this second per se, but ultimately the cost for all of this would be about 250 gold, from what I've been told from estimates.
Oh, that's crazy because he just told me 150 gold.
Interesting. I saw him no less than 5 minutes ago, and he told me 250. That's usually my going rate.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
Roll for
I'll tell you.
persuasion. Do you want me to do it in here, or are you gonna? I heard the sound.
Yeah. So persuasion
Mm-hmm.
was 12 plus 8. So it was 20.
Interesting. I mean, I'll have to take it up with my colleague later, but if that's the rate he said, he must have given you some sort of discounts to motivate you to reopen this place. But
Friend
that's
discount, yes.
but
Yeah,
uh,
sounds familiar. He did exactly that.
he doesn't exactly have a lot of time for friends. I'm surprised he has any. What? How do you know him exactly?
Oh, you know, we go way back.
Roll for persuasion.
Way.
19.
Oh, really? Wow. Probably. I mean, you don't seem any younger than 28, 29, and he's in his whatever it may be. You might be chums from university or something. Well, he'll have to reimburse me then for that extra 100. I guess that'll come from him. But do we kind of have a deal here? Or are you mentally prepared for us to come in here and start sprucing up the place for the next 10 days?
Mentally, yes. Emotionally, I don't know. I just got here, you know?
Oh,
You know, settling down again doesn't sound too bad. So, yeah, start the work post haste.
sure. And if any of you feel like contributing in any of the work, or I see anybody who's particularly skilled, I might want to bring you into the guild itself.
Ooh, I can make a mean cocktail. It'll get you plastered in seconds.
In
And
seconds, you say.
that's the goal, yep.
And it's distilled?
To a certain extent.
This is Marcus talking now, not Faye Fong.
It's still Faithful. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I put a thing in here, I do it there, it comes out, and it's booze, and then you drink it and you be merry.
I have one
That's
request.
exactly how booze works.
Well, we are always really interested in finding any new alcohols, concoctions, and seasonal brews. So I'd be happy to perform a tasting if you are truly as talented as you say you are.
Ah, yes. We'll do tastings. We'll all taste.
We'll all taste post haste. Okay.
Taste post.
Great. I'll send my crew in a little bit later. What's that, Randall?
I have one request. Just don't allow him near any alcohol whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean, we appreciate tasting, but we definitely do not steal from our customers. That's how we take it, Faye.
Stealing? I mean, you have to try what you make. I mean, you taste a little here, one for you, two for me, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, one for you, two for me.
Ginny, did you get all of that? Ginny
We'll have
looks
other
up and wordlessly nods. I guess that's it for me for now. I'll go ahead and leave. I'll send the crew along later on, and he leaves for now.
All right, we're gonna have to figure out how we're paying all these employees. This is escalating fast.
Yeah, I would like to get paid.
Oh, are you an employee? I was already starting to think of you as more of a friend.
Oh! You want to be friends? Really?
I'm.
I am also.
Friends are free, right? Friends don't cost money, right?
I am also in need of friends, but money as well.
Okay, well, we'll be friends, and then when we get treasure, we will all split the barrel, as it were.
So wait, how did you guys open up this place if you don't have any money?
We got Tom Nooked. Do you know who he is?
No, I don't know anyone.
Well, we were Tom Nooked.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, we were told you can have this place and you can start running it, and pay us back for it later.
That was a bad idea. Why'd you agree to that?
You should have seen how happy the ghost was.
There's a ghost in here. I'm very nervous and scared even more now.
Why?
Why is there's just a ghost in here?
An elven ghost? I mean, yeah, this is a potentially
That-
haunted manor. It's Troll Skull Manor. What did you expect?
I didn't even know the name of this place. I just heard there might be
The
employment
the town
options.
crier came outside and said the Troll Skull Bar Tavern was reopening, and that's what intrigued your interest and brought you down here. I
Well,
thought.
I didn't think it'd actually be haunted. Like, what? I don't. What am I getting
Yes.
myself into?
We met a ghost. Everyone loves him. I don't know his name still, so we just call him Elf Ghost.
He goes back to the wall and he scrawls with his nails LIF onto the chalkboard.
His name is Elf.
Oh my god. He can't say or do anything. It's technically leaf, but yeah, he.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that spells elf, but okay.
Oh, it's
All right,
spelled-
his name
it's
is
life.
his name is Leaf.
His name's Life.
Is his last name Erickson?
Elijah was homeschooled in the forest, so.
I taught myself how to read, and all I was reading was basically broken twigs on the ground and some
Sylvan,
runes that I would
aka
stumble
Sylvan.
upon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I read Sylvan, some Druidic. I'm really good at reading intentions.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sound
good at-
well, scholar.
Righteous.
During-
Street smarts.
During this conversation, eventually, this just slack-jawed human man, thug-looking guy with a dead eye stumbles in through the place and just looks you all over. Oh, I forgot to change the YouTube music. That isn't good.
Oh, that's fine.
Let me go back to that. But this slack-jawed guy comes through the doorway and just looks you all over and is just like, you need meat?
Yeah, we need meat.
So begrudgingly.
Why aren't you excited about your new business venture, Randall? It's all in your
Oh.
name too, including the loan. The loan's all in your name.
I am quite peckish. I could use some meat.
No, not for eating.
All right, I'll
What
bring
do,
you
what
meat.
do you do with it if you don't eat it?
We're gonna have to sell it.
Yeah, we gotta make some money.
Don't
Sorry,
understand
pal.
this.
Yes, yes. We need the meat. Do whatever you need to do with the meat.
Do you
Just put it on my tab.
do you care where the meat comes from?
Oh boy, this is a questionable question.
What hurts the choices of the meat sources?
I mean, we have locally sourced stuff. We've got roadkill.
Farms?
Was that?
From Carlton Farms?
Yeah, out by the Undercliff. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Some nice stuff.
We got some good stuff. We got some less good stuff. I was also just asking based off, you know what they used to serve here.
No.
He-
we
he-
do not know what they used to serve here.
He winks with his not dead eye, but apparently you aren't picking up what he's putting down. You didn't notice anything down in the basement?
Oh god.
No.
Oh,
I can't add
Pan.
what's productive after the ghost of that person.
Do you all, should I take you guys down to the basement? Do you want to investigate the basement real quick?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I think
No, it's
we-
up to you.
Depending on what we see, we might be opening a vegan joint.
Yep. I mean, I have to check out the basement. I'm intrigued.
I mean, he basically just nods at you and says like, "Oh, I'll just bring normal meat, but I'm fine. I'll get you meat," and he leaves. He's probably with the Butcher's Guild. Who really knows? But you go down to the basement and investigate around, and in the corners of the basement, tucked away in some the cracks in the walls to maybe prevent moisture from leaking through, you find some bloody children's clothing.
Oh. Oh.
You maybe even
Midoriya
hear
just
a
screamed.
child's laugh in your mind.
Oh.
Wait, do we all hear this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, I scream.
Midori screams at the top of their lungs.
How old are these clothing?
Like how long ago?
Yeah, how old? Yeah, how old is it?
Roll for investigation.
Oh, 4.
You're like, this was from yesterday.
I'll roll an investigation check on that if I can.
Okay.
We've got to find out who did this. Happened just yesterday.
Okay, well, I rolled a 3 plus. I don't think it matters. 2 for 5, so 1 more than a 4.
You come over and you try and inspect the clothing and help out because you took a summer of rangering, and you really get nothing out of this clothing. It's not the same as like hunting in a forest. So
I'm gonna have Roxton roll
okay,
for
fair enough.
investigation. I'm gonna do this here. Come on, do something good. Oh fuck me. He got it. Thought he'd do well.
So we should probably investigate like who did this to this kid,
Yeah.
and like this happened very recently.
Can I roll investigation now?
I mean,
No,
you
I
can't.
don't-
With my -2. Oh! I got a 17. Fei Fong got a 17 on investigation with a -2.
He's only slightly buzzed right now. That's that negative 2.
So how long ago
Fei
was
Fong,
this?
you come over and you smell the clothing and you kind of pick it apart and check out its essence, and you feel that maybe a little over 6 months ago is when this clothing came around.
I'm smelling the clothing and I pull away and I smell it again. I'm like, I don't think this happened recently. Probably like months ago, maybe like 5 or 6 months ago. It's been here for a while. It smells pretty rank. It's pretty dry.
I would actually extend it to maybe that's you starting it up, but you really get into inspecting it, and it's actually more like 5 to 10 years ago.
Oh,
snap.
jeepers, creepers. So, anyways, I don't care about this anymore. Now I'm over it. I'm super over it.
I would like
This
to
is.
get out of
I
here.
find
This is
another one. It's like this has been here longer, even.
Probably can clean up and like get this creepy shit out of here.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
most definitely.
move you guys out of the cellar now, because yeah.
We
So
discovered what was in the cellar.
Was that guy
Can't
like
believe-
hinting at like child meat?
So I'm just gonna add that to like the Reno project, is to get rid of this dead body. Too.
The next person to kind of come on in is Okoria Stone Marrow. She's a female shield dwarf, but also has a mage look about her, a very archmagey look about her. She comes in and waves to all of you and goes like, "Oh, so you're the owners now, I see. I assume you all seem pretty chummy with that ghost there. That's Leaf, right?"
That's Leaf, my best friend for years.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I think I knew him in his past life. I feel this connection.
Mm-hmm.
Best friends with a ghost?
She she has a stone-faced demeanor, so it's kind of hard to tell how she feels about any of this.
Why is there so many people interested in this place?
This is
Well,
the hot spot, my man.
I
This is
mean,
what it's like to be popular.
I'll cut to the chase. I was just curious to see if some normal people were actually finally buying this place. It used to be pretty normal. I actually bought it way long ago and wanted to see if it was going to get spruced up again, but fell on hard times and what's that?
Volo suckered us into ownership of this thing, and now I'm really starting to regret it, is what happened. You know, Volo?
I don't really know anything about that. I just know that in Waterdeep you always have to pay your dues,
Yeah, I'm paying enough for it, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I personally had to sell the place to a family of dwarves that fell on hard times, but even they couldn't maintain the place, and then they had to sell it to this lady who started using it as an orphanage.
Um, it's
Who
like
acquired
Ryan gave us this thing, and then it's like, I'm gonna make you hate it.
and who acquired the orphanage?
Sorry.
Who acquired the orphanage?
This kind old lady who ended up being quite the hag, and rumors have it she was actually cooking and eating the children.
Oh,
I see.
Oh God!
pan
I still
bless
have
it.
the I
Pan
still have a
bless it.
pair of bloody clothes in my hands, and I look at it and I drop it immediately, and I like take a few steps back.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. The wizard in your party or somebody might be able to cast some wards, you know. I mean, personally, I could. I could. Uh, it's something I can do as a shield dwarf. I'm happy to provide a glyph of warding at a decent price.
Everything. We're just getting so far in the hole.
Roxan's a wizard. Can he? I don't think he could. He can't do any of that stuff, can he? I don't see anything in his spell list that.
Not currently. He's more of a warcaster, like war mage type.
When they say when she says wizard, we all look at Roxanne. He just shrugs.
Huh?
That butcher was he suggesting that we also wanted to eat children?
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I mean Justin Rask isn't the friendliest fellow, and he doesn't mind getting into the seedy business. So it's definitely possible. I would obviously say no, but he's also known to just like he'll provide the meat that you want if you ask for it. Like he's a straightforward guy.
Who would ask for children's? How would he even? I don't want to ask these questions. I don't want the answers to these questions.
I kind of want to
Please,
fight
please
him.
don't ask him.
Well, maybe you'll get the chance soon if you're trying to get this place going.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this place going.
how-
Speaking of that, we've got some stuff to work on. I think.
Yeah. I mean, you all. The sooner you get this place up and running, the sooner you can start making a profit. Am I right?
Am I right?
But just so you
How-
know, uh-huh.
How are you helping with this? What are you
Oh
doing
no, I
for
mean,
us?
sorry. I'm just a passer through that. Thought I'd see how the place was going since I haven't been here in a while, and I heard that it was finally getting owned by some people that actually want to use it for something useful. Just thought I'd pop in, take a look around, talk to you guys a bit, offer a glyph of warding if you ever need it. You know.
Yeah. Do you accept IOUs?
Personally, myself, it's hard to say yes to that question. This money's truly run by the gold dragons that he can provide, but you know, maybe how about a bar tab? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah. So you get free alcohol in return for this arrangement?
For the exact amount for the glyph. I'm not asking for like a lifetime, you know, whatever, but you know, it'd be nice to be able to pop in and actually enjoy this place.
Randall, I think we should go for it.
All right.
I'm just saying,
So-
the ward sounds useful. You know, just one more thing. One more thing, then we're done. We're making money. We're paying it back.
What does it do?
I mean,
Tell us more about this glyph.
it's a glyph of warding. It pretty much will negate any sort of like negative energies within a place and ward any evil spirits that are present or you know, spiteful, angry spirits. And it's something I provide for a lot of the businesses in the area. And my flat rate tends to be 300 gold pieces for this specialized glyph of warding.
That's a lot of drinks. I mean, we can make fancy drinks.
I can make you the fanciest drink.
I might
There you
know
have
who's
it,
in a
the
drink.
fanciest drink.
Yes.
Okay. Elijah, you think it's a good investment?
I mean, the last thing we need is evil spirits coming to our bar and ruining our already deep investment. We're never going to get a return if there's evil spirits around here. We gotta get the ward.
Wait, what about our good ghost friend, Liv?
I'm gonna use a bathroom real quick. You guys continue.
Have you insight check her? Like, is this a good deal? Like,
You know what? I'm down to do an insight check to see if that's like a fair cost. You know, how much we're getting for what we're giving. Totally think that's the thing. Yep.
That's probably a good idea to check if he's like legit.
yeah, because like I don't know, like I'm already like 1,300 GP deep in this thing, you know.
What's a few hundred more, Randy, when you get wards and stuff?
You seem to be like digging your guys' grave. I don't think this is a good idea.
Listen,
any of
we're
this?
gonna go find this treasure and be filthy, stinking rich.
Like, okay.
No, I'm playing this. We'll see how this goes. Honestly, I just think that if we can turn this place around and get it started up, like it's not just finding the treasure and then we pay everything back. This place will start generating a revenue at a certain point, and then it will pay itself back. That's kind of the whole point. So it's going to come from more than one angle. And I mean, you want your paycheck too, Midori, and then as this place gets livelier, you'll be doing entertainment, and you're gonna draw in a crowd and more people, and more people will pay, you directly as through tips, and the house will have to pay something, and this is it's all a big business, but this can totally work. We're gonna have to kind of put the project on the back burner, accrue a little debt, let these people build this place. In the meantime, we'll just go find our own way of making money to go through all this,
I see. So we have to spend money to make money.
Yes, and I can't stress enough how this structure forms like a pyramid shape. It's going to work out great.
So,
A pyramid is a very strong structure, some of the strongest known to man.
So to let you guys know, I have many skills. I can see if this guy's like lying about shit or making things up as he goes.
Would you please? I really like to see the good in everything, so it's kind of hard for me to read that sometimes. My optimism just gets in the way.
I think I can do this when I want to, maybe. I don't know. See if this works. What, roll an insight check? See, does that just do it?
Oh yeah, you see it in the chat thing. Yeah.
There we go. Oh shit, it didn't work.
It's not very good. It's not very good.
No, I rolled really poorly because I
Yes.
have a +5 to my insight.
So I'm back. What happened?
I was
There's a plan, and Midoriya's got an idea.
I was
Midori,
trying
sorry.
to see if like the price was right. So I rolled an insight and it didn't work very well.
Oh,
That's a bummer. I want to try to roll an insight.
We're basically trying to see if what he's saying is the
got a-
gold value of the true value, like not getting ripped off.
I got a 16. Well, I guess I could do this one instead. Does a 16 help with that?
I'm looking up glyph of warding real quick to see just like how useful and effective it is. Wow.
It's a very complicated spell.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Sorry.
What's that?
Diamond worth at least two. You need a diamond worth at least $200, 200 GP to cast it.
So I'm gonna say that the 300 gold pieces is a pretty fair price actually. And also through your insight rolls, you don't find that she's doing anything nefarious or shady. She isn't trying to take advantage of you.
I'm questioning what'll happen to our ghost friend if we do this ward.
As she said, it's mainly to ward off the variety she does is to ward off like bad and negative spirits. So you can take that however you will.
All right. You gotta work on.
Okay, I mean, I'll go ahead and do that if that is okay with you. She
Burn yourself. Whatever happens.
whatever happens. Okay. She says that she actually didn't think you'd immediately take her up on her deal, but you guys must be like real high wheeling types. And she goes to she goes back to her place to gather materials, and she actually teleports to do so. So she just kind of leaves the room.
She is legit.
Yeah, she's way.
She is legit.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
You
Can
may
you
say
do that?
she's too legit.
I turn to the half elf and ask if she can do that too, or
No.
like,
No,
No.
not yet, but maybe one day. / she might have found a mentor.
I'm a little bit of a novice. Wait, nope. I'm a professional. Just kidding. I'm a professional guy. You don't even. You haven't seen everything I can.
oh, we'll scale it to the one we just paid 300 GP to, who can definitely teleport.
Yeah, totally can teleport. Totally into it. Anyone else like pretty infatuated with how many people you meet just by opening up a tavern? Like, I don't know. We should maybe make a chain, get another one.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah.
If I have any say in this.
And you do. You have all the say in this.
I do?
5 people that have
I
never
just met you guys.
gone to business school open a tavern together.
How hard could it be? Honestly.
I mean, there's a bar and there's booze, and that's all you need, right?
I assume people drink.
Yes.
Sure.
How does Randall feel about this overall?
Nervous
very-
as hell.
I'm really nervous that Faye is gonna drink all.
You were already paying for his drink, so is it really that different?
It's how different is this really?
Unlimited, Here, it's not good.
You might be able to give him some watered down drinks or something. You can at least like maybe mess with his drinking.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. Okay. Next, who barges in is this a curmudgeon-y old man, tall, skinny guy. He looks around and he's just like, really? These are the people. This is the place. That's okay. Great. And he doesn't even like acknowledge any of you. He just goes around and he starts like shaking the tables. And he's just like, this is a wobbly table. What are they thinking? This is a wobbly table. He goes over and he's just like, this hearth is dusty and old. It's barely warm. I feel cold here. What kind of business are you guys trying to run here, really?
Wow.
We got a real.
We've had this place all of like 20 minutes. We're getting a lot of judgment on like our actions and how we're running it, and if we're the right kind of people to be owning it.
And
we have a new
a
kid in
ghost,
town.
a specter.
Hey, what do you have to say about Leaf?
I am my place that I'm opening down the block, which is going to be far superior than this rundown place.
Okay. What was your name? Excuse me.
Myself, I'm Emic Froon of Froon's Bruins.
Prunes, Brunes.
No, Froon's
Clever.
Brews. Fuck. Why did I name it that? Yes, Froon's Brews.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Rolls right off the tongue.
Look here, frou man, coming in and dissing a fine establishment. You said you have a better place. Do you have good drinks over there, by chance?
I'm planning on having the best drinks, exactly the right temperature, exactly the right amount of head and suds. It's going to be a fine establishment. I can't believe Volo was able to outbid me on this place. This place would have been more ideal maybe, but I'm going to make it work and run you guys into the ground. I'm running a spite store.
Do you need
Wow.
entertainment? And I shoot off fireworks again.
Uh,
Betrayed.
yes, but not that kind of entertainment. The bartenders there in the cute little cat maid uniforms I'm gonna have. It's gonna be the cat's meow.
Oh,
Disgusting.
I might have a costume for those kind of occasions if you need
Midori.
maybe
Okay, I mean you can come by later.
sexy bunny of some sort.
That could be pretty good. You can come by. You can try and apply if you wish.
You better be. I whisper to
What are you
Midori.
talking?
You better be doing this as just a way to infiltrate our competition. Whose side are you on?
Of course.
McFrou. I'm interested in maybe working for drinks. Do you need a bouncer or anything like that?
I mean, yeah. The
Traitor,
more
a
security,
lot of you.
the more safe people will feel at my fine establishments, and we also need to keep certain activities hush hush. So we need some muscle. We definitely need some good muscle. You don't look necessarily that intimidating or muscly, I will say.
Powerful martial artist, and I do a flip and try to do a superhero landing.
Roll for acrobatics.
Oh dear.
Oh my god! I didn't do that. I'm still pretty drunk.
You
From
perform
that bad bottle of wine.
for how drunk you are. You perform the flip and land, but you do so in your tipsy kind of dance that brings you back into a good stationary place. He doesn't realize that's part of your art form and that he should be a little bit impressed, but he's not. He thinks you just stumbled after doing a flip.
See, I'm very good at these sort of things. You should hire me. I will. I just kind of just want to go over and try some of your drinks.
You know what? I'll hire the lot of you just to screw over Randall Flowers out of this establishment.
Oh,
What is your problem with my best friend Randall?
It's more to do with that guy Volo. He just couldn't let me have this place for his own dumb, selfish reasons. He thought this place was haunted or something, but I've seen no evidence of that. But I just want to screw out whoever took this away from me, which happens to be this paladin right here, Randall Flowers.
I mean, it was almost thrust upon us. If we're gonna be totally honest.
Like, wait, you mean haunt? This? Don't you see the ghost? Don't you see live here?
What ghost? Ghost where?
Ghost. I point like right in front of me, like it's like this ghost, this elf ghost is in front of me.
No,
Let's do it. Do your thing. Throw a bottle.
There's no ghost.
Leaf is probably gone because we put up that ward.
Leaf is here. It's just this guy can't see him.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Leaf's our
There's
friend.
no ghost here, but can you please leave my property?
Fine. This will probably be the first and last time it's ever open, so adios.
What?
Okay, fucking happened.
What just happened in general? This has been a whirlwind of a morning.
I think I just got a job.
You had a job.
I'm gonna have to go try it out. Hold on, I gotta go change.
I mean, I can have more than one job, right? I mean, he's gonna pay me in drinks. I mean, I don't really care.
I just need the money, guys. I'm sorry. I just met you guys, and I kind of need money.
Oh my goodness! Look what Aislinn put in the group chat.
We'll get one.
I just see your message in the D&D
No.
chat, or
No, in the
No, I
text
can't.
message chat.
I had to send it.
Oh. Oh my god! You couldn't put it anywhere else.
I couldn't put it anywhere else, so there you go.
Not everyone's in on
Jesus.
this one. I think it's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I could only send it to you two. Sorry.
Yeah. Can we
I'll stick it elsewhere.
forward it to Logan? Forward it to Logan.
I'll put it in the Discord. The Discord is only for us, so it's fine.
That is so wrong.
If that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
Oh my
I
god.
literally prepared this costume. I'm not lying, guys.
Uh-oh.
Did you? So are you? Did you pull that costume out as an example of like this is what I have to wear?
No, I'm pulling it out now, like trying to go change because I need to go try out.
Don't need to go try out. You got a perfectly great job working at our establishment. I don't understand why you have to. Ugh.
Shoot it off at once.
What?
I work at 2 places.
I mean, okay, this is like out of character talking, but I mean, you could try to make us just fuck him over on the inside. I mean,
Well,
That's
yes,
what I was saying. That's what I was saying to her in private.
yeah,
well.
I could do that too.
I mean,
Yep.
just tell Faye what to do. He may attempt to do things depending on the circumstances.
So
I can be persuaded.
during all of this, you now hear from outside the sounds of like hammerings and nails against the building. And that halfling from earlier with the button chops walks in, and he's just like, "Oh, sorry, I just kind of let him have at it because of course you're going to be opening this place. Am I right?"
Of course.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
So
Very
how do you plan on reimbursing me? How are you getting me my money?
I just hand it over.
Do we have enough right now?
Yes.
You have
Wow.
enough gold for this right now?
Are you
Wait,
broke
what?
now?
I can hand it over, and I have 425 silver pieces and 90 copper pieces.
I
Wow.
almost felt sorry for you.
How much gold did you have?
I had 1550.
He looks taken aback and a little bit because he thought he was kind of bullying you in this situation. He's like, "All right, we'll get this done right quick as we can," and he heads back outside and starts ordering some people around. He does mention to you as he goes that like if you guys feel like working on some things and tidying up the place, that he'll reimburse you for whatever you guys end up saving, you know, which will go directly to Randall because, yeah.
Because he just dropped a ton of money into this place.
Well, that and
Yeah.
he can negotiate with you guys, but you guys working on the place might be your way of getting some shares in this place. But
I will work on some stuff. I have proficiency with a woodcarver's kit,
mhm.
so I could potentially do some woodworking
Yeah.
if they're doing stuff like that. And I also have the brewer supplies, so if anything to do with making booze, I guess.
Yeah, but
Randall.
overall, like with the reconstruction and refurbishing, I mean, I'll do whatever roles or what have you for like just druid crafting and assistance. I don't necessarily have like carpentry experience.
I can clean.
We'll do some
Will you do it in the bunny outfit?
we'll do some.
Clean
Oh
for the
god.
right price.
Wow. We'll do some rolls for that and maybe a little bit, but for now, a couple of kind of rough around the edges halflings come in, and they're just like, "Hey, you giving out any work here?"
No.
Revolving door here.
Yeah, the place fully employed. I mean, we're just looking for some job opportunities. You know, this is a
Yeah,
big
we
place.
can use a few bus boys, dishwashers, you know.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. We'd love to do that kind of stuff.
When you say it like that, now I don't believe you as much.
No, we'll make this place spick and span. Just you see. And he introduces himself. He is Kelso. He is a halfling, and he is accompanied with. Let's see here. His name's Kelso Fiddlewick, and he's accompanied with Dasher Snowbeetle.
Gosh, you're
Two male halflings. They both have like little rough kind of patchy suits on and little bow ties that they're straightening out, trying to look approving.
They were going job interview hunting.
Yeah, yeah, you know. So how we do? Can we work at your place, your fine establishment? This place looks great.
You sure
What do you
can.
think, Randall?
Yeah. You have to understand that we're just starting out, so I can only offer you, what you make in tips only. But
Oh no, that's fine.
yeah,
That's fine. We'll we actually work through the innkeepers guild, so they pay our wages, and so that'll just be calculated into your weekly upkeep.
great. This is perfect.
Almost
because,
too perfect. Now I'm suspicious.
because I'm fucking spent.
Righteous. Well, now that we've got all of these fun details straightened out,
Hmm.
what do we do?
So
You
so
need to make
yeah. So the place is gonna be worked on. With your guys' help, it'll take 10 days. We'll do some rolls to see just how much you help. You help in intervals of like 5 days, and then that'll reduce the overall cost of things. But in the meantime, if you feel like wandering the city before we do that math, feel free to do so, because there is an outdoors area.
Ooh, yes,
Obviously.
I totally want to wander.
Yeah, I'd love
Can
to
I?
wander.
Can we go to McFroon's tavern across the street and like check it out and like maybe fuck with him?
Low key, his place isn't open yet either. He's kind of talking out his ass.
Damn it.
Oh,
Darn.
that bastard. He's just trying to ruffle our feathers. We can't let him get under our skin.
What a dick.
But no, I'd love to, look around the area if you just like see what kind of our local surroundings are, what we might run into often, and
Fair enough.
I'd like to get to know everybody a little better, so if we chat along the way, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stick with you guys.
So
I
I loaded up the page, and you guys are now outside. Where the yellow star is your guys' establishment, the Troll Skull
Oh, nice,
Manor.
nice. I see that.
Yep. So feel free, anybody who's controlling their character, go ahead and take a look around. Tell me if you come across a star that signifies a business. Otherwise, I can basically carry everybody around at once. And I'll change the sounds a little
Do
bit.
we want to just move as a group, like wander around like kind of the same area, or?
I'm fine going with everybody. If anybody has like a specific agenda that they want to do, like on their own, that's cool. But I don't really have any motives other than just checking out our surroundings right now.
I mean, Faye probably wants to hit a bar.
We
Kinda given
we
that.
own a bar.
You can
There's no booze in there, okay? Except like gross, rancid stuff.
you
You
can
seem to enjoy it.
you can hit up the
No.
you can hit up the Yawning Portal Tavern while all this stuff is going on. If that
I'll follow the group.
No, I mean you can be doing that in the meantime. There's people to talk to there, so that can be kind of your side thing if you feel like. But you can also follow them for now. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever you feel like.
I'll follow the group. If, like everyone wants to roll in a group, I'll do that for the time being.
Okay. I'll just be straight up. Going north, there isn't much stuff, so we're gonna head south.
Okay.
So you guys wander a little bit south, and even just across the street, and you see this really interesting looking building. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, right, I have to do that. You look up and you see this really interesting greenhouse on top of like a 2-story townhouse. Let me see if I can describe it real quick.
Oh, Elijah, loving it.
It's
I'm gonna
really
go talk to plants.
enchanting looking. Outside, you can see a cute little sign and this place is called Corellin's Crown. When you walk in, you're greeted by an elf. Their name is Fala Lefelier. This person is an herbalist and a member of the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians. They operate out of this stately 3-story townhouse, and the 3rd floor of it has been converted into a greenhouse, as you can see. Its translucent glass walls allow anyone on the street to see the rainbow of flowers blossoming within.
Elijah's very interested. I would like to go inquire about kind of how they operate.
Sure. You walk in through the front, and you're greeted by Fala, who seems to be briskly painting away on a big sign that basically...
What are you painting there?
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm a little busy right now, but I'm working on this sign for the greater good. It, as you can see, says that Duskwood is love, not spells, and I'm gonna go protest the local spellbook store because Duskwood is life.
So, what's wrong with the spell books exactly?
Well, every year, 10% of all Duskwoods are cut down to be used to build and craft spell books and spell scrolls, and I'm sick of it. We need to bring an end to it now. There are other sources, and this Dragonborn needs to get his shit together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm all about this, but what are your alternatives? How can we be making these spell books, eco-friendly?
Well, I mean, there's other sources that can be used. There's a few proprietors through town who run their spell places just fine without having to use Duskwood. I don't see why this Dragonborn couldn't.
I have a way with dragons. Let's see if I can help. My name is Elijah, by the way. What was your name?
Hello there. I'm Fala
Paula,
Lefalier.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you had said that, but I didn't know she had. You feel me?
Let's
Or
see.
they, sorry.
Yeah. I was just gently nudging you in that direction, but they have long braided hair. They themselves are a wood elf. You might be mistaken, but they are androgynous, so they go by they them.
By they, them. Excellent. Where could I find this dragon?
I believe it's just down the way. If you go a little bit right, I think you'll be able to find that shop. Or actually, let's see. Let me see. The directions are all messed up because we're inside this building. But if you go a little north from here and then head directly west at the end of the block, you'll be able to find that shop that I'm actually going to go protest right now at.
Oh well, I mean, I don't know that we're gonna go there right this second. I could ask my compatriots here. We were just kind of walking by and noticed your fine establishment. Aside from protesting, what else do you do here? What are you here for?
I just have, herbal remedies, if you get what I mean, and also some potions, a variety of potions that I'm willing to sell.
Far out. Well, is this something that anyone can waltz in and participate in,
Oh,
acquire?
absolutely. Here, I'll give you a short list of the potions I provide.
Ooh, are you gonna put those up on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty chill. Thank you.
Let's see if it'll actually go up there. Oh, I have to show it to you guys. There we go.
Ooh,
Oh. Oh,
all that's expensive.
it is.
Yeah. Ooh, I want to make a note for Roxton, since he's a wizard and he has a spell book. Can we have him strike up a relationship with Fala, saying that his spell book is made of something else too?
Sure.
Not the what was the material that she's protesting against? that
Duskwood.
spell book's made of?
Duskwood.
Duskwood. It's not made out of duskwood. It's made out of some kind of like eco-friendly, very very easily replenished natural product.
I appreciate that. That kind of stuff is hard to come by on this side of the planet. If you could provide me with some of your materials in the future, I might be able to provide a discount.
Excellent.
Not to mention, in general, if you can somehow convince this owner of the Bookworm's Treasure to start using different things for his spell books, I might be persuaded to provide you all with some sort of discount.
I think Roxton is
really?
very interested in doing that.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna jot that down and
let's
add it to our
say,
many side.
For the greater good, a 15% discount would be great, just for you to maybe go convince this Dragonborn otherwise that he's making some awful mistakes.
How about a 30% discount?
30 on my fine potions? I mean, that I barely make anything after the materials and my time.
But we are doing you such a big favor, and it would just be for us.
Roll for persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion. Is that persuasion?
And we would only come to you for potions. You would be our exclusive provider. Can I
I would,
give her
I would
advantage with
appreciate
that?
that. Sure.
Wait, I can roll with advantage now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So should I
Well,
just roll again?
just a roll again.
I guess
yeah.
let's roll again. Yeah, since you did
Yeah,
the one.
is
That wasn't
there
a bad
advantage?
roll. You're definitely taking that first one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that first one.
Fair enough. I guess flattery can get you places, but if you are being honest that you would make me your only proprietor of fine potions and herbal remedies, I might be able to offer you a, let's say, a 25% discount.
I think personally, I mean, that sounds pretty agreeable to me.
Mm-hmm. I might even... Yep.
Good.
And a potential future intern partnership of sorts for some acquiring or inspiring minds.
Quite possibly. I mean, I am of the Guild of Apothecaries. If anything interests you regarding that, we're always looking for newcomers in our city to share our vast wealth of knowledge.
Absolutely, I have some experience in this myself. You know, I'm always just trying to share that knowledge and secrets of the trade, as it were.
I understand wholeheartedly, but remember, you do have to complete the task and convince this Dragonborn otherwise.
Yes,
Let's
I
do
am.
this,
I am writing
guys.
that down in my on my dossier as we speak.
Did she mention where the Dragonborn fella is?
Basically, directly west of where you guys are at the end of the block.
I'm assuming that.
Well,
Purple
and what was
stuff?
his name again?
She hasn't stated it, but
Oh, so what is this? What is the Dragonborn's name?
Rishal.
Is there? Do you know anything more about him?
I mean, it's pretty apparent that he, I think, is a descendant of bronze dragons, but that's about all that I know.
Well, we'll give it a shot.
Okay.
We'll definitely swing by and maybe see your protest and check the place out here while we're exploring. We're kind of new to the area. We're the new proprietors of the my illustrious friend here, Randall Flowers, is the new proprietor of the Troll Skull Manor and Troll Skull Tavern.
Is that true? Interesting. I really hope I don't have to protest you if you don't continue what previous proprietors did, if you catch my meaning.
Absolutely not. No,
No,
absolutely
no,
not.
no.
We are not into that.
Nope.
I can't
not at
believe
all.
buying a place can give you such a bad reputation. We didn't. Gosh, Randall, help me out here.
We certainly do not babies, if that is what you are inferring.
That's very direct. That was you caught my meaning, and I'm glad to hear that. Yes, that would have been irreprehensible behavior, and I would have had to null and void this whole thing. But I'm glad to hear that, and if you ever need any concoctions, maybe I can provide some things in bulk for your bar.
Well, that would be pretty fantastic.
Well, we'll keep that in mind.
I think we're gonna have a great relationship.
Okay, so that was mainly a Randall and Midori kind of, or sorry, a Elijah and Midori kind of thing. So how are Faye, Roxton, and Randall doing?
No, I was just kind of looking around.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Faye's poking around at like the plants and stuff. Roxon was interested about the whole using alternative materials for spellbooks, since he does that. So I think he might play an important part in trying to convince the Dragonborn.
Fair enough. Is that where you guys want to go now, or are you guys going to travel around more, or?
How are we feeling, team?
I feel like that could be. We could head west and then see what's along the way and
Okay.
work on that.
Yeah.
Up to you if you end up stopping, but you head west, and on the way there, you see this interesting sign on the outside of just a big, glowy kind of looking eye, and it is a private detective's business known as the Tiger's Eye. It's an orange and black sign that looks like a cat's eye. Up to you guys. You feel like stopping there or not?
I don't think Faye's interested. I don't know if Roxanne's interested.
What does it look like?
Basically, it's a big tiger's eye sign, and it's just orange and black, and it looks like a big cat's eye. It's a private detective business. You guys don't have to check out every little thing. You can always come
I
back.
think we can just mark it down on our map as a place of interest. But yeah,
Sure.
I don't feel a need to speak at the private eye right now or introduce ourselves as the new person to spy on in the neighborhood.
Fair enough. So you make your way to the end of the block, and you see a cute little gold dragon sign outside of a large establishment. This is Worm's Treasure, or Bookworm's Treasure, rather. If you guys choose to go inside, this is what you will see.
I would say Roxanne's very interested in going inside and maybe looking at like her spell books and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is this gonna work or nah? Weird. Is my keyboard working? That's kind of sad if it isn't. Oh, right. There we go.
I see it.
So you come on into this lavish bookstore. It looks well kept, and it just goes on and on forever for 2 or 3 floors, and it just seems like a ridiculous number of books for this given space. As you come in, you're warmly greeted by a weirdly short kind of dragonborn, probably shorter than the average. They introduce themselves as Rishal, the page turner, and he basically says like, "Oh, welcome in. Can I find you any fine spells or anything today?"
Well, we're here for a different reason.
I'm sorry, I don't necessarily catch your meaning. Pretty much everything I provide here is just spell books and spells, so...
We were really here just to talk to you, about the materials and stuff that you use.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm still... Yes, I use a variety of materials throughout all my spell books and spell scrolls and whatnot, primarily Duskwood, but...
Yeah, why do you use so much Duskwood? Maybe you should try something else.
It's the most comfortable, efficient, common material to use, especially around these parts, so I don't exactly get why I would need to do that.
To not destroy environments around here. It's not really...
Oh, wait, are you with that person? Fala Lafalier.
Roxanne will step up and show his very neat and fancy spell book that is not made of Duskwood, and try to explain the benefits of this alternative material, which I have no idea what it is. Just make something up. And how it's actually cheaper and more plentiful than Duskwood somehow.
Okay. All right, I guess I'll take a look. I was worried this was a shakedown for a second. Fala's been really hurting my business, and I didn't know what they would do next, but I guess I can take a look. No, I mean that's Shadowtop paper, right? That's
nods.
That's some decent stuff. You can use that, but it's the market's really, I don't know. It's held by just a select group in town, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean.
I mean,
What if we could get you a connection with that?
I mean, I don't want to deal with the Zentarum, if you know what I mean. They're the main providers of Shadowtop paper in the town, and dealing with them, I'd rather not.
Well, we could deal with them for you.
But still, at the end of the day, I'm sure they'd want something from me. They just come in and use my stock however they wanted, and I don't want to provide them with any magics to be used for nefarious things.
We could deal with them for you.
So you would be my middleman, basically.
Yes.
What promises can you random lot make that this won't affect me negatively?
The same promise that you can make yourself that are affect you negatively. It's not already got thorns on your side from the way you have been operating business.
True.
It is a tough proposition because I don't
Give
want
us
to
a
just
chance.
lose my
I mean,
business.
what if we get you hooked up with what you need? Where's the harm in that?
I mean, roll for persuasion.
Oh boy. Let's see. I don't think I'm the most charismatic character.
I do little fireworks behind him to encourage the sentiment.
But that was a natural 13, and I have 1 to persuasion, so that's 14.
I'll have Roxanne roll for persuasion too.
Can I roll for persuasion or at least
Sure.
give a hint?
Oh, jeez.
That was terrible.
Roxton's like, switch to the better book. Switch to
Was that a nat 1? Oh no, it's a nat 3. Sorry. Wow. That's pretty good. The Rishal really does not pay much attention to Elijah or Roxanne's like pleas, but for some reason he takes notice of Midori and considers I don't know. They seem like such an innocent person that they wouldn't possibly try and bring harm to Rishal or his business. So, I mean, you talk to the Zentarum. If they want to work out some sort of deal with me, that's perfectly fine. I personally don't want to lose much more money on this, and I don't want them procuring any dark or evil magics from me. They can get other kinds of magics from me.
You got it.
Why are you selling dark and evil magic?
No, I'm saying could potentially be used for that.
Okay. And I'll be honest, it cut out on me for a second, so I didn't hear all of that. But
He's
You got a
basically
friend in me.
requesting that you speak to the Zentarum on his behalf and make it so if he does go down with this deal, he isn't necessarily going to lose. He's not going to lose much more money compared to the Duskwood or anything. Like this needs to be an even trade, and if they end up trying to shake him down for what they want, that he's not willing to give them any spells that could be used in any negative ways.
I
How
don't
much
blame
does-
him at all.
How much is he paying so far, so that we know we try to make a deal with the Zentarum?
For like a nice big thick ream of Duskwood paper, runs me probably I'd say about 120 gold pieces.
Watson is pretty confident that he can get you that for much less.
Okay, so you guys are about to meet. We'll say short way of having this happen. Your biggest connection to Zentarum is you go back to the Skewered Dragon and you speak to that bartender. They talk to you and basically tell you to go meet with this person who's part of the Doom Raiders, which is a faction within the Zentarum comprised of 5 people that used to be adventurers but now have retired and are trying to start their own entrepreneurial businesses within Waterdeep. And specifically, you're going to speak to, I know his last name is, let's see, you're meeting Schemo Weirdbottle. He sells concoctions and whatnot. And one of the things he sells is Shadowtop paper. Yep.
All right, onward. We're gonna go meet him, and we're gonna see if we can up to be a supplier of this for us, and somehow make this not cost a lot of money for us being the middleman.
All right, let's
Yes.
give this a shot.
Randall, where you at?
Yeah, whatever come up with.
We do need. I do have to poke as like out of character that we probably need to find some way to make money because all this is doing is making it so that it doesn't cost us as much to buy potions.
I want to complete a quest, but everywhere we go, the quest costs money to complete.
I know, we're just going around in a circle.
I know.
All right, so you go and you meet with Schemo Weirdbottle.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
He looks like a stand-up fella.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Good old Schemo. He greets you in a very business-like way and just basically says, "Come on in, take a seat. Yeah, my network kind of connected me with you. It takes a few people to get other people to me, if you know what I mean. So, what are you interested in? What do you need today?
We're looking for some shadow top paper. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yes.
I can certainly provide that to the right kind of buyer. But why do you need shadow top paper?
Why do you need to know that?
Because I need to know who I'm working with, where I'm sending it, if I can trust the people I'm working with, though I already
You're
kind of have an
working
idea.
with- You're working with me.
Yeah.
And I just smile big.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
we're trying to help out another business partner of ours and just secure kind of certain resources.
Hmm.
And it sounds like you may have already known.
Damn it.
Well, I know you've done a little bit of work for the Zents already, and I'm curious why you didn't wrap up your work recently in the Xanathar's hideout. I kind of heard that some people made it through. You were supposed to wipe everyone out.
Well, I don't know anything about that. That's what I just wanted to.
My sources say that's accurate. I know this one here wasn't involved.
It comes. There was a brain and a squid face thing.
Yes, there was this big brain thingy. It made me all googly googly and it was a kind of a mess.
Yeah,
In this situation, I think we didn't take out everyone per se. However, there wasn't really another option. I'll be honest. We were a little outclassed.
Well, I'll be honest, that was a bit of a test question. I don't know how well you know the going-ons of the factions here and the war going on in the streets of the Waterdeep. Personally, my group, the Doom Raiders, we're a faction of Zentarum that feel like we're the real Zentarum. Nobody owns us, nobody controls us. The people fighting the streets, fighting that war, it's not helping. We don't align ourselves with those guys. They're killing everybody and hurting business. We just want money. So, what I'm saying is, take advantage of those people, join with us, and I'll get you your shadow top paper.
What?
All right.
Was that a yes? I couldn't. You broke out.
Let's make sure that your faction is kind of on top of the different divisions of your overall group.
You can talk to our leader Davil Starsong in the Yawning Portal Tavern. He spends most of his day there speaking to possible recruits. So if you want to know anything further, you can talk to him. But we've kind of liked what we've seen so far. We think you have potential. And if you want to make some coin, we are the right people to know.
I didn't know this was involving a war. I just wanted some shadow top paper.
It's a guild war, It's a little bit different. It's kind of like, I don't know, playing chess is war if you think about it.
We want nothing to do with those Zents. Those Zents give us a bad name. If anything, we want those guys to die and lose out. We just want to honestly start a fair and open and legal business throughout Waterdeep. We just want to get a foothold in here, but it's just so hard when the top is always holding you down, if you know what I mean. But that's where we're coming from.
Yeah, that's,
Been there, start at the bottom, am I right?
Exactly right. I mean, I don't know what kind of work you guys have done. It wasn't completely honest work. It was hard work, but we're called the Doom Raiders, given that we raided all these Doom dungeons that Liches owned, and now me and my buds, we just want to retire, join the Zents, make it an honest business here in Waterdeep, and live nice, live the good life,
Oh no.
I mean, that sounds like every Zent's dream, and I think you have the right to live out that dream. And hey, who are we to stop you from achieving that? Heck, if we can help you along the way, you give us some shadow paper,
Well,
everyone's happy, right?
you will have to, exactly right. You will have to go to Davil to kind of finalize kind of our negotiations here, but can I trust that we're buds? You guys are recruits now to the Zentarum, specifically the Doom Raiders.
Whoa. Slow down. Can we be thought of as more like private contractors?
Nope.
Just not right now. Well, I mean, I don't know that I really understand what you guys are all about. It might be a little bit loose to base a whole allegiance off of, but most definitely have no problem taking a letter of recommendation from you and speaking to your boss about it.
Okay, fine. Speak to Davil. If he says you guys are all right and you guys become recruits, I will send the Shadow Top paper wherever you need it.
But
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so out of character, you all don't have to be recruits, but somebody definitely has to be a recruit to the Zentarum to make this thing work.
Guys, this is overwhelming.
Faye will decide to just join. Be like, I'll do whatever.
And also,
Yeah,
I'll
I can
allow
help
you
out
guys
with
to
this.
join however many guilds you want. Some might contradict each other, but most don't. So, yeah.
Well, I guess, I mean, am I technically part of anything?
Not at the moment. I mean, there certainly is like a cute little bard guild and performers guild, but as far as like the people who run this town, this is one of them.
Question, Ryan.
Yeah.
So you said we can join kind of as many guilds as we want.
Mm-hmm.
If one of us joins up,
Mm-hmm.
do we all have to, or could it be like, I joined the, that more planty guild?
So-
and somebody else joins the Zens, and then it's like, oh yeah, I joined, and here are my friends that I hang out with
Okay,
who aren't necessarily in the guild, and they help us out with stuff, or is
This-
it like all or nothing?
This is a good opportunity to basically lay that out for you guys. There are different factions and guilds. The more powerful ones, you'll all meet pretty soon here. Essentially, they provide the side quests and also provide you with help when you get into sticky situations. Like some guilds, if you have to go to court or trial or go to prison, they can bail you out or sneak you out. They can help you in a multitude of ways. One of you guys will get an invite to go meet this guild, and if the guild master thinks whoever wants to join is worthy and you go along with the side quest, you will join, you will rank up, and you will continue to rank up throughout that guild. However many, but at the same time, all you guys can do the side quest, you can all work together, but whoever wants to be part of the guild is who will be ranking up with the guild and getting probably specific rewards from the guild for doing the side quests. Everybody else will probably just get like a monetary sum or something.
Okay, because I like the idea of like spreading out our guild allegiances and not necessarily like
Yeah.
we all join like
One,
100% into multiple guilds and then look like a bunch of, I don't know,
Well,
turncoats or
yeah.
sort of.
Whatever speaks to you guys the most, just know if you aren't part of a guild, you can still go side quests with that person and help them complete that thing, but you just won't like rank up in that said guild.
Yeah, you'll get a lesser reward if you're not a part of it, right? It's like
Yep.
kind of your proficiency, if you will.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you guys, basically I was going to wait till the second day after you guys were done figuring out the money situation with this business and have the second day be guild invitations and have you guys talk to those people and figure out what you want to do.
All right, well, there's no harm in meeting a couple people and then figuring out who we want to go where with. But
Right. But I will say
Yeah.
this side quest is probably not complete until you speak to Davil Starsong in the Yawning Portal Tavern, and somebody has to become a recruit of the Zents.
Right, totally.
Does anyone have a problem with joining up with the Zens? It seems like we've had issues with them. Like, I think Faye will not really care that much unless these people are just like downright evil, which they haven't really seem to have shown that they are.
Yeah, I mean, there's the two factions specifically, and there's this faction that's more about money, and then the one that you have been exposed to is much more about the war with the Xanathar's Guild. But yeah, you're right. They haven't shown themselves to be super evil at this point.
No, if anything, they're just kind of more like, an overall, I don't know, just guild that is competitive and runs like the city. It's a city that's ran by guild. It's not ran by police necessarily.
As hard as they try, yeah, that's true.
Well, even though Midori is like having like a heart attack right now. So stressed. I mean, if there's money from it, I guess he'd be persuaded.
Okay. Who is interested in joining the guild and going to the Yawning Portal Tavern to talk to Davil Starsong?
Was the Yawning Pearl Tavern the same one that we started in?
Yes.
Okay. I think Faye would be like Yawning Portal. That place had the best drinks in town. If you're gonna send me there, I'll do whatever you need.
Move. Damn.
I mean, you can all go as a group to just get a drink, midday drink in general, and whoever wants to go talk to Davil can do so.
I guess we'll talk to this devil guy.
It's up to you.
Sounds like Faye and Midoriya are down with trying to negotiate with Davil. I'm gonna
Okay.
leave most of it to Midoriya because Faye's terrible at this.
Sure.
I can give this a go, see how it goes.
Okay. I'll send you guys in the general direction you need to go. There is stuff to explore here just for funsies to walk around, but it's probably not easy for people to control themselves right now. So you go up here and you peruse around until you come across this room, and you walk in and you notice that there's a very attractive sun elf person here, and then also somebody Faye recognizes and is greeted warmly by and given a big old bear hug is Yagra Stonefist.
Yagra, how have you been, my good lady? Oh,
Hey!
are you getting into any more bar fights now, girl?
Oh, of course. I just wait here pretty much all day for that exact situation while I protect this dandy over here.
Yes, he looks like he needs protection.
Davil doesn't really react to this, but he does bring himself into things and basically greets and says, so you're the person I've heard so much about from Yagra. I must say thank you for protecting my mercenary that night when she got cornered by all those Zentarum. Those Zentarum I don't necessarily agree with.
Oh yes, of course. Always glad to help. It's like, and then I kind of look puzzled. Like I don't really remember this very well.
Fair enough. So what brings you here today?
Marriage. No, I'm kidding.
We were just talking to your friend Schemo here, and he told us that we, to get recruited, we need to talk to you.
Ah, yes. Given your recent exploits, I might be comfortable giving you a mission of sorts to become recruited in the Doom Raiders, if you wish.
What sort of mission?
Yes, love to.
How's Midori doing?
He's
Midori?
clamming up hard.
Fair enough. Is this one here going to be okay? The one kind of like wet behind the ears?
I slap Midori in the back. Oh yeah, they're going to be just fine.
Great.
Can I eye the table? Are there any drinks on the table? Is there like a pitcher or anything?
Yeah, there is.
Can I help Faye would like to help himself to the pitcher.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
Faye pours himself a big drink and just chugs it down.
Davil looks over at Yagra and kind of whispers or mouths like, "You weren't kidding."
I finish my drink and then I pour another one and start drinking that.
All right.
No, Devil.
Sure. Yes.
I
yes.
kind of want to pull him aside for just a second.
Yes. What do you need to ask of me?
Well, I've heard something going on in this town, in this city of Waterdeep,
Sure.
and despite there being, a rumored dragon's treasure, no other dragons really, but you are here, and I'm curious. What is it like for you, or how did you get to be here, or you're being dragonborn and all? Was it difficult?
Davil?
Davil's
a sun elf, my guy.
Oh, is the dragonborn the last guy we talked to?
Yeah.
It was
That's
the
what
dude
I
in the
meant.
books. It was the Rishal.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'll have to retcon and go talk to him because I was curious about that.
Yeah.
Never
Nah.
mind, this was not a Davil conversation.
Okay. Never mind.
My bad.
Just kidding.
Are you part of this conversation or not? Are you going to be a recruit, Elijah?
No.
Okay.
Alright.
So it's still just Midori and Faye.
No. So I was like, so Dad, so what about this mission? This mission you want to send us on? What does it consist of? What do you need? Do you need me to punch somebody? I'm pretty good at that.
It might require that, my fine fellow, but simply, someone has been killing elf and half-elf sailors down by the dock ward. 3 are dead so far, and each one has been decapitated by a blade in the dead of night. If you look into it, I might be able to reward you, since it seems the City Watch seem incapable of saving some of my elven brethren.
That's terrible. No, their heads just go off, and I make a motion across my neck. That's yeah. We should go check that out and stop whoever's doing such nefarious things.
I would be.
Midori, we could do that. We could totally do that. I slap Midori on their back again.
If this is acceptable work for the two of you, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll mark a place on your map and feel free to go, but please do it as quickly as possible because Lords know I don't want any other deaths. Sure thing. Yagra and Davil bade you guys farewell. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to do while you're in here.
Drink.
Fair enough. Taking a.
Wait. Are we really gonna do this thing?
about to
I mean, that's your name, right?
Yeah, don't worry, meaty. We'll be just fine. We got this fine band here. It'll be totally okay. Don't worry. We've done stuff like this before.
Did you?
Here, have a drink. That's okay. All you need to do is not get your head chopped off. It's
But
easy.
I'm a half elf and they're chopping off heads.
Well, you know what? Actually, we could use you as bait.
What?
We'll figure out a plan. I'm not really the planning sort. Elijah or Roxy, with these fellas here, they'll figure something out. We'll just go to the docks tonight, and we'll find out who's chopping off these heads, and we'll stop them. We'll punch them in the face, and then we'll stop them, and then we'll get some rewards. They'll probably give us some more drinks or something. It'll be good.
Oh man, Faye is like, I love everything about Faye Marcus.
Thank you.
Punches everything is the problem, and booze is the reward.
He doesn't really care about money.
Lester.
Barkeep, a round for me and my friend here. And I slap Midori on the back.
All right. Whose tab is this on?
Randall, where are you?
The tater, then I've come on some rough times.
Wait, what was that again?
Star drink for me. It's something that day.
Excellent.
For charity.
Right, my friend Randall here, he's paying for drinks.
As this is happening, y'all are approached by Jalester Silvermane, somebody that Elijah had words with. Well, that makes it sound negative, but spoke to in the first session, and he comes up and approaches you two, meaning Faye and Midori, and essentially asks like, who were you really speaking to Davil Starsong in there?
Oh yes, the Star Man. Yes, we were totally talking. He sent us on a very important mission.
I mean, that makes me nervous that even more Zentarum are going to be out there on the streets. Please, can I mean, I'm secretly here with the Lord's Alliance looking for anybody who would be compatible and keeping our city streets safe. Would you by any chance be willing to join us?
I mean, I love keeping things safe. I keep them safe with these, and I kiss my left fist and I kiss my right fist.
Okay.
Dude, how many clubs can one person join?
I just recognized you and some of the other folk in here who I heard how you went out onto the streets and killed some people. You seem very capable, but for the right reasons. I
mean, the bad people, they're the ones who get punched in the face and killed. Don't want to do that to good people.
Sure. I'm not saying go out and kill anyone, but certainly if you can keep the streets safe so
thought-
others won't be killed, that would be great.
Well, I mean, I thought that's what you wanted us to do. Go kill the bad people to keep the streets safe.
Not necessarily.
Oh, well, how do we do this then? I mean,
I just implore you, if you're I know easy money is great, but if you and anyone else you know, if you could please, if you're capable, join the Lord's Alliance. I'll make you a recruit right now. I've got a mission ready here. Prove your mettle, and we can bring you in and provide you good clean coin rather than Zent's coin.
well, we should talk more about this. How about you get some drinks for us all, and we can discuss this more.
Who is all?
I grab Midoriya into a big bear hug and kind of like, oh, my friend Meaty here. We're friends, and we're going to do the mission for the stomach. We could do a mission for you as well. We've got a great band of fellas adventurers, and we're really good at what we do.
Sure. A round of drinks for these two. So he grabs you guys some drinks, and while you're drinking them, however you are, he outlines basically his quest. He can tell that he's not gonna be able to convince you guys to stop doing your Zent thing, but he's hoping a good day's clean work with the Lord's Alliance will help you see the light. But basically, he briefs you and says, there is a gang war, obviously, as you know, that is causing unrest throughout the city. We have offered protection to members of the Dung Sweepers Guild, and we hope to assign you to protect a group of them. If you could meet them at the Mule Skull Tavern on Ship Street in the Dock Ward at 6 bells and guard them while they work, and do this for a 10-day, I can pay you for your honest work.
Who are we protecting them from? Who wants to go after this guild?
We just need general protection for them. Some guilds like the Xanathar's Guild would love to see certain parts of certain wards just fall apart and become a mess, cause unrest, cause issues throughout the city and unwellness and unhappiness. And we're just trying to maintain some important members in the Dung Sweepers Guild so our city can keep running smoothly.
One question.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much are you gonna pay us to stand around for 10 days?
I'd be happy to, let's see. Well, if you do it for exactly how long I'm saying and everything, I'm willing to pay you 15 gold a day, so that would be a tidy sum of 150 gold per person.
Wait, what?
15 gold a day for 10 days, 150 gold per person.
And all we have to do is just watch some people?
Yes, that's absolutely all it is. We're just trying to make sure that our citizens that perform
We just
important
have to
jobs
be
in our
the
community.
neighborhood watch.
Yep.
Just
And
gotta be
there's
the
no
neighborhood
head
watch for a
being
bit.
cut off?
No, I mean that's what you guys are there for.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to cut off a head or two. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
We'll do it when
okay.
it comes.
But let me ask this: do we have to join your? This is me asking out of character. To do any of these jobs, do we have to join the guild just to do work for the guild, or can we
No.
just do work for the guild and be paid?
You can still, yeah, you can just do that.
Because the one place was not a private contractor. It sounds like this place will allow that to happen.
You mean Davil?
Yeah, the Zents.
I mean, they'd rather you become a Zent, but you can still help out with that quest.
Okay.
It's just specifically Faye and Midori were
Midori.
were working their way up as Zents officially, and then that completes the Dragonborn quest.
Oh, sorry. At this point,
Perfect.
Faye's kind of giving a nickname for everybody, just about.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, Davil didn't say on exact what terms he would pay you guys for your work. This guy's being very upfront about it. But yeah, I mean, they both pay, and they both pay to anybody who wants to involve themselves.
15 gold a day.
Okay.
Will the bar get built? I mean,
Yeah,
I think Randall might want to pursue this one.
Yeah.
It's within the law. Low profile.
fair enough. I mean, there's days are long, so there's things that you can fill them with, like these side quests. Randall can choose to either partake or not on any of these, or also work his way up any of these guilds or not. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a healthy place. If anybody wants to do any of those side quests real quick, we can certainly do that. It's just based on the timing, Gillester's Silvermane was going to approach any of you to join the Lord's Alliance. So really, that invitation goes to everybody in the room. But yeah,
I'm gonna
I
say
only
Faye
have
is
one
not
lord.
interested in joining the Lord's Alliance, mostly because he doesn't necessarily
mm-hmm.
need to. I mean, I think he's gonna be happy to just do this job.
Mm-hmm.
He's more than
Fair
happy
enough.
to do this job. Especially since Shalstar is now starting to pay his bar tab. No, Randall's off the hook at this point. Shalstar's paying this.
Yep.
Barkeep, another round for my friends here.
Yeah, and I also don't really know at this time that I would join the Lord's Alliance. But work is work.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Midori's not wanting to join. He just wants money.
Yeah. It's like a per day thing, so.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, I would do that side quest as like kind of a lump sum of like this happens over the span of 10 days. That you wouldn't just lose those days because at the same time you could be working on the bar and some other stuff, but that would just occur in a span of 10 day.
Well,
Totally.
Uh-huh.
Also, side note, is the other quest, like, is there a time limit on that one?
I'm not putting
He
a time
said
limit,
ASAP, though.
but it would be nice to do it ASAP for these peeps.
They also said that they would go tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So Faye's whole thing would be to just be like, hey, everybody, we're going to do this thing tonight.
Mhm.
Or worst case scenario is if no one's going to do it, then Faye would do it and probably drag Midoriya since they
Mhm.
were part of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, you guys can go back to the tavern and work on that. You can do any of these side quests. You can go check up on the Dragonborn things and the follow things. You can explore the city a bit more. Say hi to any NPCs in the tavern here. Like whatever you guys
I'm
want to do
interested
next.
in checking out the Dragonborn things.
Are we all in on this Shallister doing the protection for the Dung Super Guild then? Are we all in on this? Just for coin?
Sure.
Not for joining them, but just for coin.
I could be down. I could be
Yeah.
persuaded.
Yeah, I'm down.
The way this operates
Okay.
is just whenever you guys want to do the side quest, I'll load up the map and you guys just do it basically. But yeah,
Okay.
I don't care about the exact timeline of it.
Alright. So okay, I think everybody, I'll include Roxton in too, so I think we're all in on this whole
Mhm.
helping Shallister, but I think we're all like fuck a bunch of Lord's Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Except maybe Randall. I think Randall was Randall interested in joining?
Well,
or-
so to be straight up, he was going to get an invitation at some point, given that the Lord's Alliance are characters who place the security of the city and realm ahead of their own interests, are invited to join this faction. And as a legendary hero, that he was going to receive an invitation at some point.
Yeah, standing guard just sounds good in the meantime, you know. It's a job, I need to earn some coin.
Okay.
It's honest work.
So, I mean, all of you will have a hypothetical renown level up if any of you want to go along with the Lord's Alliance eventually, but they will not extend invitations into the harder, more lucrative side quests until somebody does.
Yeah, no, I'll take some renown and, you know, get my
Okay.
name up.
Okay. Do you guys feel like doing this side quest right now, or the Dragonborn?
I could do this side quest or the Dragonborn either way. Honestly.
So,
what else do we have to do for the Dragonborn right now?
Basically just check in.
Because we were basically gonna tell him like, hey, we're working on getting him the shadow paper, and the shadow paper said that they would get that to us as soon as like we abridged a deal with the Zentaras or whatever, and we're like working on that. So that's kind of extended. I think the Dragonborn would just be a check-in versus like a turn-in.
Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
doing that. I think maybe if we're gonna do something, maybe we'll do the Dun Sweeper thing. But what is it? Jordan, did you say you wanted to check out some other stuff in the tavern, or?
No, so that the Dragonborn. Basically, when we check back in with him, I'll just have questions for him. But that's my own thing.
Should we do the Dung Sweeper one since it's still daytime? I guess
Yeah,
I'm telling
totally.
everybody about the nighttime thing. Should I have a conversation with them about that and convince them all to go, or?
No, I think we should do the Zentarum one first, because that happens just in like the course of the night, where the other one happens over the course of the week, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
But we could do the wait.
Solid logic.
Yeah, let's
okay.
do the meeting
All right,
first.
then let's load up the Zentaran mission.
Yeah. So like we're watching this thing over the course of a week, but one night. Let's do this one night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
For sure.
Okay, so you go down to the docks where you're supposed to be at for 3 long, boring nights. Let me convert the music real quick.
Woohoo!
Stakeout.
And so
Elijah,
you stake
Elijah
out.
provides actual like 6-ounce sirloin steaks, and I'm like, you guys can't have a stakeout without steak.
Nice.
Yeah, we've been
yeah.
right. Like all the meat's been coming in and it's good. And
Yeah. No, all of that's been good. All of it's been working correctly as intended,
great.
As designed.
as designed.
Everything that has transpired.
I just have you guys located here. You don't really know where you're supposed to be, but if you guys are okay with this, I don't know if you want to break up the party or search around, but basically what was told to you, meaning Faye and Midori, is that heads are being chopped off down by the docks. You don't know where, you just know somewhere on the docks this has been occurring.
Well, yeah, I guess I want to look around and see what's going on.
Okay. How do you people feel? You're currently outside the Mule School Tavern, which is where apparently this has been happening.
Let's see.
just
Should
walking
we?
What's that, Randall?
I'm just walking down the street, not doing anything
Okay.
particular.
I'm gonna move you over here if that's okay. Then that seems appropriate. If you're just like patrolling.
I'll have Faye go the opposite way.
Where?
I will walk with Randall, and
Okay.
then I mean maybe we'll just split up into the two halves, and
Yeah.
Midori, you can go whichever way you want, and Roxton can go with Faye.
Well,
Right.
I was gonna stick with Faye.
All right, so you three go that way, us two will go this.
Yeah,
Sounds
sounds good.
Okay. Wait, where am I moving Midori?
With Faye.
Over to for Faye. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Y'all patrol the streets. You don't necessarily see anything out of the ordinary yet. I would say everybody can move like another 30 feet to kind of see if they notice anything. I would say
sure.
I forgot. So I would say within 3 turns of your speed, you need to find this culprit, or else they will probably get their head chopped.
Oh crap.
So from where you guys currently are, you have 3
Can I
turns of
move-
speed.
Can I move 40 feet since that's my normal speed?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, with that in mind, give me 1 second here. I would like to try to let's make a perception check, because I want to kind of listen to try to hear any, I don't know, nefarious sounds or like a struggle maybe if somebody's or any just innocent bystanders that might be going around.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one thing out of character, like before we all split up, should we have like come up with some kind of plan to be like, hey, if somebody sees something, we have to like have a signal. Like I think since
You do have sending stones.
Midori is with us, she can like shoot off fireworks.
And I can produce flame if I need to, so I'll just like throw a flame up
Yeah.
in the air.
Yeah,
Y'all-
so
Yeah.
those are our signals. Those are our signals.
You all have sending
Then
stones.
they would potentially. Oh, we do.
Oh yeah, we do have sending stones. No, we do.
Oh,
we
I
do.
forgot about that.
Oh,
No, but Elijah have them.
Yeah, we both have them. I guess prior to we could have redistributed them, but we do both
Can
have
you-
them.
Okay.
No,
Do you want to give one to Faye?
I'll give one to Midori.
no, we didn't do that.
wait, what?
Midori, you get to hold the sending stone. You're a point of
Okay.
contact on the team.
Okay.
Knowing Faye, he'll probably throw it like a weapon and not remembering it's a sending stone.
I will say that was probably a wise choice not to give it to Faye.
Okay, but yeah, let's just say we have the sending stone so we can communicate if anything happens. Should we be trying to be sneaky? Yeah? Should we be sneaky?
I guess so.
I don't know. That's fine. Either way, Ryan, is it cool
Yep.
if I like just try to listen to hear?
Yeah, roll for
Pretty
perception.
much pick up if there's anybody around.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for perception.
That is a 16 plus 7, 23.
Nice.
Okay. You hear it's hard to pick out between all the gulls and the sound of the waves cresting and clashing against the docks, but you feel like you faintly hear in the general direction that you're heading the footsteps of two people around the corner. But but you from what you can hear, it sounds like one person is a pretty typical average kind of like drunk out at night, and the other sounds like they're trying to mask their footsteps.
All right, I'm gonna like send that information over to the sending stone. Randall, this sounds suspicious right up around.
Randall's right next to you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I was sending the information through the sending stone for them to listen.
Okay.
But Randall, we should get up on that corner and try to get a closer look to people. It doesn't sound good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
But
You guys wanna
but
move
everybody else, I hear two people over here. One of them, from the sounds of their footsteps, definitely less than sober. The other one is almost like walking too quietly, and I don't have a great feeling about it. You're a long ways away right now, so I don't know if this way or continue investigating on your side before you do so. But just letting you know our situation.
Well, yeah.
Let's just step here and unfold.
What is Faye? Before I ask what Randall and Elijah are doing with their squad next, what are you guys doing? Faye.
I think we should also do a perception roll as well.
Okay,
see if we
go
do
anything
Anything on our end?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I wanted to do too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll do my roll like that.
Fuck it. Just be like,
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
both
you
got
guys,
pretty high.
nice.
Yeah, and I'll have this one is for Roxton. Well, he did terrible, but that's okay.
Poor Roxon. Which is really ironic. With his robe of eyes, he should be seeing everything, but
His
yeah.
perception is just a +1.
Well, let me
this
see.
Robe of
It might give
His
him
robe of
advantage on
eyes.
checks having to do with sight.
yeah, I see where it is, but it doesn't have any information.
You have to click the little eye symbol next to it.
There. Does it have it?
Wow.
I don't think.
Why isn't it
this one
pulling
has
up?
It.
I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I'm pretty confident that he gets something. It might just be proficiency, but I think it might be advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Robe of
Right.
eyes.
like, yell home to Aaron.
Let's see. Oh, he does. He does get advantage on wisdom perception checks having to do with sight.
Okay, well let's do this
Go for it
one
again.
more time for him.
Well, that's a lot
Not
better.
bad. Not bad.
Okay. You all kind of ascertain at the same time that there's like no movement. You're not detecting anything from the direction you're heading.
Okay.
And we should go meet back up with them, you think?
We should maybe keep going and check it out, or like you want to go, you go. Like, I feel like just because we're not hearing anything right here doesn't mean that there isn't going to be something further out. Like I think like we should maybe continue. And the thing is, like, I've got faster walking speed than everybody else. So if you want me to go forward as point, and you guys hold back, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that sounds probably like a good idea.
I think at least Roxton should stay with you. I don't want you to be totally by yourself in case
Yeah.
anything were to happen. But if
Yeah.
Midori wants to head back towards us, definitely. You
Yeah,
do have that
do
long
you wanna-
stride, so if you need to come back our way, it
Yeah.
won't take you nearly as long as it would.
No, it
everyone
won't.
else.
It won't.
So-
yeah, so
I moved you guys
guess
30
I'll-
feet in that direction. Faye can move another 10 feet.
well, me and Roxton are not moving away from where we were before.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll give Roxton the sending stone so you guys can still communicate.
Yeah, give it to
Wise
Roxton.
to not give it to Faye once again. So
Once
okay,
Faye puts up his fist in the
move them
fight,
back.
that's it.
Okay.
Then I guess what I'll do is I'll have Faye move 40 feet. So every square is 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a thing that lets me
If you hold down Q or press Q while you're holding your character. So if you click and hold your character, and while you're moving them, if you tap Q, it'll start measuring.
Okay. Let's do that.
There you go.
Now, and then where's the fog of war lift?
Wow.
Oh, the fog of war isn't lifting for me.
Well, that's a building.
Oh, this black thing in front of me, that's a building?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised I can't see. Okay, so
The fog of war
30,
like that.
35, 40. I'll just stick there, and then I'll have so I'll have Roxton move like 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Randall, since you're leading the pack on this left side, seemingly, where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
So this is the person not to get jumps, pretty much.
Okay. Do you want to stealth? You and Elijah.
Oh, wait a minute. So we're here to like kill something that's beheading people.
Yeah.
Or at
So
least capture and confront it.
there's some sort of person out there beheading elves down by the docks, and you're there to prevent it from happening. You hear things to the west of you currently.
I could cast Pass Without Trace on us.
Well, why don't we just yell out to this thing?
Oh man, could you have cast that before we all split up?
Yes and no, but it's only when you're within 30 feet of, like, me, I think.
No,
Oh,
why-
so it doesn't
why don't-
work. Does it
Yeah,
not
range,
work if we're not nearby?
the range is self. So anyone within 30 feet of me that I want and is accepting
Ah,
of it.
gotcha.
But if
Gotcha.
we had split up, I thought about that when we were all at the beginning, but I'm like, we're gonna split up, so it'd only be me and Randall. But
Okay.
yeah, I
That
mean,
makes sense.
if you just want to confront them, I will stay hidden in the shadows, and then if they're intimidated enough by you, great. And if not, if it comes to blows, then I can maybe surprise them and catch them off guard. How does that sound, Randall?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to unsheath my sword and like get my shield on my arm and just yell out, "Hail!"
I take a stealth check before that happens, really quick, just so you know, Ryan. And
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, let me make a check real quick.
I'm just trying to hide, like maybe behind a barrel or something.
Sure. I'm gonna check real quick if any sort of, you know. Please don't roll with advantage. That'd be dumb. Let me. So you were rolled to hide. I have to now roll for perception. Oh. Sorry. So what was your total?
14.
Let me see what the total is for this. Yeah. You were not successfully stealthed, and this drow around the corner heard both Randall and your presence from over there. And now he is initiating an attack against this elf that just walked out the backside of the tavern. You still haven't seen him yet because you haven't seen him yet, but that's what's going on the backside of this tavern.
Okay, Randall, what were you doing? Keep going with what you were doing.
I'm sprinting over towards.
Okay, you're gonna sprint.
Yeah, I want to see if I can. Try to use
Okay.
protection on the back if possible.
Okay, so you go 30 feet.
Yeah, I can do 30 feet. I don't know
Okay.
if I can get there.
There's your 30 feet.
It takes a while. Okay,
You still haven't seen what's going on yet, but you're headed in the right direction. Because 30 feet is your attack. Well, okay, was that a dash or what was that?
Yeah, if I can't get up next to him, I just want to dash.
Okay, I'll give you another 30 feet then.
And then I'll
Alright.
follow up behind, but I don't necessarily know that my sneaking didn't work, so
Okay,
I'm
so
still going to be slow about it.
With Randall's dark vision, this is about what he makes out when he breaches the corner. He sees an elf which this is just like a bandit symbol because of the ducks, being attacked by a drow. This drow is going to get one attack in because that's how long it took for Randall to get there, was basically one turn. So I'm going to do that now. Also, Randall, I believe you still have another 15 feet from your dash if you want to move anywhere better than where you currently are.
Can I run up right next to him, or?
Sure. I just rolled a short sword attack. Let's see if that hits. It does hit. Let's see how much.
Because my fighting style is if
Protection.
yeah, protection. So if I can impose disadvantage on the second attack.
Okay. So, sorry. Tell me how that works real quick. So you have protection. You got next to him.
You would have to roll with disadvantage.
Roll with
if I'm
disadvantage.
Yeah, basically, if I can
Okay.
use my shield to protect the thing that's getting attacked.
I think that's very doable. I'll move you right here. I'll see if this attack connects. Well, I'll roll again and see with disadvantage how it goes. Okay, with disadvantage, he does miss. So he was coming in and he was going in for a big strike, and obviously he was going to try and behead this guy. You blocked his attack, and so this drunk elf has not received any damage yet. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I think you should. I think you should roll for initiative now, and then we'll see what everybody else is doing.
Okay.
Hit that message on the sending stone to Roxton.
7.
All
is my
right.
Initiative.
I put you in the order. Okay. What is everybody else doing? Sorry.
I'm going to continue following Randall down the alleyway. So I only have 30 feet of movement, and, I'm concerned about it, but I was trying to be sneaky, so I'm only going to do the 30 feet, not a dash.
Okay. So.
And I can't drag and drop myself, so I'd appreciate your help.
Yep. There you go. There's your 30 feet. What about the rest of yous?
So I guess I was just casually walking
Okay.
my way over. Well, I guess dashing, because I wouldn't know any better. I didn't know they would hear anything.
Sure.
I was just trying to get over there.
Are you going to approach the same way they went?
Yeah, I'm just going to go exactly the way that I saw them go.
Okay.
And not know anything else besides that.
Okay. There you be. Faye and Roxton. Is Faye still in the Discord?
Let's see.
Oh. He left and now he'll come back in.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Can hear you now.
Oh,
Marcus?
he left again.
Marcus, we can hear you, but it looks like you turned off your phone.
That's troublesome.
You turned off your headphones. Oh, there you go.
Hello?
Hello?
There you
Can
go.
you hear us now?
You were
I'm
deafened.
Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, something happened with my Discord. Okay, I was asking Randall if he had told Roxanne what's going on, and is Randall asking us to come back to help on that side?
I have not yet, no.
Okay, okay, so that means that we don't know what's going on there yet, then.
No. It's not my initiative.
Okay, so that means that we're still just kind of just doing whatever. Are we at the point where we can move again?
Yeah. So you're still moving like 30 speed or dash speed at a time to get over there, and each
Okay.
time you do that, I mean, I can put you in the initiative, but basically you're using turns to get over there.
Okay, can me and Roxanne do perception rolls again to see if we hear anything on this side?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a perception roll for Faye,
Okay.
and that was really good. And then I'm gonna go do one for Roxton
Okay.
as well. And he also did pretty good for what he has. So we're
Yep.
basically just trying to see if we can see anything or hear anything
You still hear nothing out of the ordinary besides just the normal sounds of a dock.
Well, I guess since we don't know what's going on the other end, we should continue to investigate. So I'll have Faye go down further. I guess he'll go down this alley south. So,
Right.
And yes. So that's it for him. And then I guess I'll have Roxton do the same. I don't think splitting up is a good idea. And can we do any further perception checks at this point, or is that?
I mean, technically, yeah, you can do perception checks as much as you want.
Okay, so I want to do some more perception checks while in this new location now.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, like straight up, it's going to be pretty much nothing on this side of the docks. There's no activity.
Crud.
Yeah.
Chose the wrong path, but we don't know this yet.
I thought you guys had like a fireworks system going or something.
No,
Yeah, I
it was
thought-
the sending stone. The sending stone.
The sending stone
Randall.
was going to be it, like, but so apparently, like, the sending stone was going to be it. But the thing is, like, I guess the problem with that is, like, Midori left. Roxanne could do something, but nobody on our side has been communicated that something's wrong on their side. Randall's the only one who knows.
Well, if
out of
you
everybody.
want, you could, like, as Roxton, just maybe check in with them and
Yeah.
say, like, have you found anything yet? Like, what two people?
Oh,
that
yeah, I
you
guess
just
I could
told me
do that.
Because I
Yeah.
said that I had heard two people sounded drunk
Yeah, Okay,
And
I'll
they're
have
like, yeah,
Roxton.
you don't- over here.
Okay, I'll have Roxton. At this point, I'll just have Roxton check in, be like, "Hey, Randall. So we're not seeing anything on this end. What's up with those guys on your end?"
Yeah. I will reply on my initiative for sure.
Oh.
Okay.
Should we go help you there, Randall?
Well, to make this quicker, then, if that's how Randall's playing it, I'll do the next short sword attack with disadvantage. He hits regardless of the disadvantage, and let's see how much damage he does. He does 9 piercing damage to this drunk elf.
Ouch.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What's that?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So there's that. So you guys know what's going on. I'll do this. But yeah. So that was his turn. Next it is Randall's turn. If Elijah could roll for initiative also, since it seems like he's trying to join the fray carefully. I'm guessing Midori doesn't know that there's combat yet.
Yeah.
I got a 7.
7?
All right. I'll
Your
go
deck
through
is-
everyone down this way. We're being attacked. And
boy.
then I will go ahead and attack this drow.
Okay, go for it.
And that's going to be a 28 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
Oh, that's
You hit very hard, hopefully. I mean, that you hit well, but let's see what the damage is.
it's 9 points of slashing damage.
All right, solid. Even though you don't have dark vision, you find a very true strike and perform 9 points of damage as this drow gunslinger tries to dodge you.
Is that what's going on with the elf that's getting attacked?
Yeah. Currently, you are in between the drunk elf that just wandered out of the bar and the drow that is trying to kill and behead this elf. You attack
Is the
the
elf
drow.
still alive?
The elf is still alive. He has 2 little bits of health on his bar currently.
Okay. I will just yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay. It is now Elijah Tonberry's turn.
And I so wish more prepared. Give me like, I'm gonna round it and try to catch up with Randall. So probably, I don't know, like 20 feet in that direction at base.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna go kind of like.
So within 15 feet, you get close enough, like this currently, if you're okay with that, to see what's going on.
I see what's going on, and I want to get back just across the alley to where the building is.
So a little bit further back like this.
My Twitch is behind yours. Yep, perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna use.
You're using
I'm
what?
I'm using a bonus action to go ahead and drop the bear spirit totem. It's gonna
Okay.
give hit point. It's gonna gain temporary hit points to everybody here.
Okay.
So when our friends show up too, they'll get temporary hit.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pull out that bear totem.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. And then, so just drop pretty much right. Yep, exactly. Thank you very much. Wow, that. And everyone advantage strength checks and savings while they're in the 30 feet. Okay. Then I'm going to cast. I'm going to try to cast Entangle on this guy.
Okay. Good idea.
So you got.
Sorry, you're breaking up intermittently.
It's got to make a strength.
Strength saving throw?
And,
Okay.
yeah. And the spell save DC is 15.
Okay. Looks like he got a 13.
Alright, cool. So, he is hanged. So he's restrained.
Okay.
So he can't really now. I don't know all the effects. Restraint, he's restrained.
He's restrained, so he's basically grappled.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to fight this, or from what you know, or does he just...
Yeah, on each one of it he can do he can use an action to
Uh-huh.
make a strength saving check against.
Okay, I'm gonna do that real quick. So the Drow Gunslinger has been all entangled up and is now trying to break free desperately. His strength check yielded a 9, which I assume isn't enough.
Right.
And now Deku, Faye, and Roxton, what are you guys doing?
I guess I'll let Midoriya go first. Since they're further, since they're closer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I guess what does 30 feet get me?
Let's see.
Can
20 feet gets you here. There's a little bit of a lag, but 20 feet gets you there, so then you have another 10 feet or so.
So I can finally see what's going on?
Yeah. I'll let you share the same spot as the Spirit Totem Bear if you want, but yeah.
Oh, so I can get all the way to where the spirit totem is?
Yeah, you can get here.
Oh. Can I touch the guy that's being attacked?
You're still about 10 feet away.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then fuck. I guess that's the end of my turn. I can't really do anything.
Oh, dang. Okay. How about you roll for initiative so you're in the order at least?
Okay, I'll do that.
We'll say you spent a turn getting movement and then entered combat.
Yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah, that's all I can do.
What's your roll?
Hold on. Wait, did that work? No, it didn't. Did it? No.
I don't say anything.
If you're...
You click on the initiative and then you can they'll do the roll.
I'm just
There you
doing
go.
it. Oh wait, did it work?
I rolled it for you, if that's okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
I have +5s.
So you got a 15.
Dang,
sounds
plus
good.
5.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, wait till I roll initiative. I got a +9.
Jack of all trades, baby.
Okay, Faye and Roxton before we jump to
Okay.
Randall in the turn order.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
So as a monk, I can do Step of the Wind, which means I can spend a key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action.
Yep.
So a dash action is an action. So technically, I could do dash as an action, do Step of the Wind to do another dash.
Oh yeah, you can fly back.
Is
Yes.
that a thing?
Huh?
Is that a thing?
I mean, yeah, that looks like I can. It's like Step of the Wind is I can spend a key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action on my turn, and my jump distance is doubled. But my whole question is like, if I can do that, that means I could technically go. My speed's 40, so that's doubled, so 80, so I can do 160 feet. Now, my second question is, can I pick up Roxton and carry him with me?
Okay, that's a lot. So, that's really interesting. If you know that's how that works, that's chill. I'm only low questioning of it because it seems like you would just a dash action allows you to just like double your speed that you have left. So I guess you would double it twice is what's going on.
That's a good question. I'm not. That's why I was asking. I was like trying to figure out like how does it work. Increase equals your speed after applying any modifiers.
Because I thought the dash action would basically double the speed you have left. So you would take one dash, go that distance, and then if you took another dash, you would have no speed left to double.
Increase equals your speed after applying any mod for the speed of third. You can move up to 60 feet dash. Any increase or decrease your speed changes additional movement by the same amount. Okay, so that probably means I couldn't do that kind of movement then.
Yeah, I think once you use up your speed, your speed's used up.
That's it.
Yeah, so you could go 60 feet with a dash action, or 80 actually, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that means I couldn't do the Step of the Wind to like double it even more.
Nah.
Okay, so if I was to just dash, can I pick up Roxton and carry him with me just because I have more speed than he does?
If you have a really ridiculous strength roll, it's possible, but anything that isn't ridiculously like practically a nat 20 would be half.
Okay, so then I'm
yeah,
not...
I want to hear what Logan has to say on this subject.
Carrying someone like you move at half speed.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so that's not going to be effective. So instead, I'm just going to have us both dash back over to the rest of the crew then.
Okay. I will say you have a building directly west of you. If you did use your key point, I would allow you to kind of jump over said building so then you could get there a little quicker.
I am going. So okay, that thing left to me as a building. Okay, I will do that then.
Okay.
So let me move. I'm gonna move Roxton first. To get him. So that's his 60. So he gets another 30. We'll do that. Okay, and then so for me, I will go ahead and use a key point to do Step of the Wind. So that I can get the extra, I guess, the jump.
Yep. So you would spend the amount of feet until basically the shadow shows up for the war shadow, and then you jump over that.
So that means I get 80 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 40, and then get another 40. Oh, it's not letting me move anymore.
Oh, you might be kind of trapped into a wall a little bit because of the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you accidentally glitched into the wall, but this is where it would take you another 40.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it was actually more like that, which is pretty good. So, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I guess that's
yeah.
I guess that's all I can really do at this
point. You
use
a key point and rush it back. Maybe you get the vibe that like, oh, what's going on with you isn't leading anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Randall did tell Roxton over the Sending Stone, so that's why we are rushing back.
Okay.
Like, we haven't heard anything. Randall told Roxton, "Hey, what's going on?" And basically to come over, and so we're rushing over.
Okay, Randall, it's your turn. This guy's entangled. What are you doing in general? And what are you gonna
I'm
do?
gonna swing my sword.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and swing your sword.
23 to hit.
You hit.
13 slashing damage.
13 slashing damage. Healthy amount of damage. The drow just kind of has to stand there and take it. You're still swinging a little bit wildly given how dark it is and the lack of dark vision, but you still hit him for a solid amount of damage.
Right on.
Yeah.
My turn.
Cool. Elijah, your turn.
All right.
I would have, by the way, I would be having this elf disengage right now and trying to run away. Is everybody okay with him not getting an attack of opportunity because he's entangled? I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Well, I
If
mean,
he-
he can't move.
Right. So I am going to start getting this elf the fuck out of here.
The elf.
Sorry.
The drunk elf that's being attacked basically stumbles 25 feet away in pain, and I moved him to the bottom
Okay.
left corner of the map.
That's cool with me.
Cool.
So when he was making attack with a made out.
I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Okay.
happened with your mic a little while ago, but yeah, you've been a little...
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes
Hello?
and no.
Yes and no, you're
on.
breaking up.
Yeah. You might.
Give
Maybe you
me-
should. Increase the sensitivity, like I did, or before Ryan. Maybe.
I did,
Maybe you
but
should do that.
yeah, I mean, he could. Did you go from like a headset to not? Because it seems like maybe about half an hour ago, things kind of went off the rails.
Sort of. I switched it in a sec.
I didn't hear what he switched it to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jordan, try going to your voice settings, so like the top right of the Discord, the little three dot icon. Click that, and then for sensitivity, turn off automatically determine input sensitivity, and then turn sensitivity all the way to the left.
Hello?
And
Hello, much better.
Hello. Can you hear me better?
it's a lot
Okay.
better.
Uh,
Oh, that's
great.
so good.
Switch back to my other headphones. Okay. Would
Okay,
you
that
say
makes a
the
difference.
drows with the drows short sword? Would you say it was made of metal?
Yes, absolutely.
Is it still in his hand at this moment?
Yes.
I'm going to cast heat
Beautiful.
metal.
Nice, smart choice.
I cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of my subsequent turns to cause the damage again.
Great.
So yeah, I'm gonna do 2d8 fire damage.
Cool. Also, what does your spirit totem bearer do again? Just so people are making the right rules.
Yeah. So when you guys show up in the aura, so for instance, Midori, you now have 9 temporary hit points, and you get advantage
okay.
on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Mhm.
Sorry,
And what saving throws?
strength.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Strength. Okay. And I rolled 2d8s. That's a 7 and a 7. 14 fire damage.
Excellent. 14 fire damage. Let's see. Is he in a state of... Let me do that math. Let me look at his health bar. He's very close to being a state of bloodied. He's really pissed off about all of this. So that is your turn. He's going to perform a roll real quick to try and break out. He got a 19. I'm assuming that's enough.
Yeah, he broke out.
Okay, he finally broke out. Maybe the fire singed your entanglement a little bit, and he broke free. It is now Deku's turn.
Well, I'm gonna just run screaming up to the drow and
Okay,
slash him with my rapier.
okay, go
See how
for
that
it.
goes.
Roll, go ahead and roll.
She's actually screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Did that work?
Yeah. So you got a
Yeah.
12, which
Sweet.
I'm sorry to say is nowhere near enough.
Damn it!
But
Then I whip it.
but does the bear do anything? Sorry, I keep forgetting what it does.
It's strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, never mind
Yeah,
then.
I just whip it.
All right, yeah, you run up crying and you whiff it, even though you have some decent dark vision. Okay, now it will be Randall's turn, but first let's see what Faye and Roxanne are up to.
So I'm guessing Roxanne will probably just have to continue his dash. So I'll
Okay.
just have him go, and I'll have him go. I guess I'll just have him just go the top route is to be the quickest. And then Faye is going to spend another key point
Okay.
to do Step of the Wind again and do the whole building jump thing, because I'm assuming
Okay.
the thing left to me is another building.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, yeah, the width of the
And-
building is less than 40 feet, so
that's 45 right there, and I can't move anymore. Yeah, I'm kind of blocked at this point. Can you help out again on this one?
Oh, you are?
Ryan. If
Yep.
I can, basically, I want to get as close to the enemy as possible.
okay. So that was another 5, 10,
and see what
15,
it can do.
20, 25. So that was another
Yes.
30 feet. That would put you at 75. You're
Yes.
within a range distance.
Okay. Can I move another 5 feet diagonal then over? I guess I can move
Yeah,
here then.
I guess
and can
technically, yeah.
Hit them. Okay, so because I used Step of the Wind, my dash action was my bonus action, so I can still attack. So I'm going to now hit him with my quarterstaff, and I'm going to use versatile, two-handed,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to smack him up. All right, let's try this out.
Wow. Okay.
That was a 24 hit.
That definitely hits.
Excellent. So then, let's see. Then I roll my attack. 7. 7 bludgeoning.
Jesus. Okay. So 7. All right. Definitely state of bloodied. Definitely very taken aback where this just crazy fast drunk man came in like the wind and just smashed him in the head with like a stick out of nowhere.
And I'll be like, there will be no beheading tonight, except for maybe you.
And he is now very surrounded. It is now Randall's turn.
I also get the 9 temporary hit points, right?
Yeah. Plus, you should also roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. So let me roll for initiative real quick.
So he's is he
Fuck
considered-
yes!
Wow. Okay.
is
Yes,
he
and
considered-
the reason I have such a high initiative is that I took alert at my last
Mhm.
level up.
Wow.
is he like grappled by the entanglement?
No, he broke free of that, but I do think we should detain him before we kill him. Figure out if he was working for something.
Yeah, we probably do want to.
If you can, if you want, you can try.
I'm going to try to apprehend him.
You have advantage on strength checks right now if you were trying to grab.
Yeah, I'm gonna grapple the fuck out of him.
Okay, go ahead.
That was going to be my next move, so I'm glad you're doing it. You're stronger than me. I have a -1.
Oh, still not great. Yeah, just a strength check would be an 8.
Okay, I'll do a competing strength check for him real quick. He got a 14. So maybe he's getting, even though he's injured, he's a little bloodlusty and is not allowing. I mean, this is a drow gunslinger. He's gonna be hard to grapple, probably.
He's slippery. Yeah, that's my
Yep.
turn.
Slippery in blood and sweat, and yeah. That is your turn. It is now Elijah's turn.
All right, so I'm going to take a bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to run up and club this dude in the head and knock him unconscious. So I want to do non-lethal damage if I take him down.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you guys are also rolling with advantage right now, given the proximity of everybody.
Oh yeah, we have flanking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is I get +7 to hit. That's 18.
Exactly right.
Oh, cool. And
Yep.
then, let's see. 1d6. 6 plus 5. 11. Bludgeoning. Non-lethal.
Cool. You take him down another peg. He's getting smacked left and right with sticks, and it hurts. Was that what weapon were you using, Jordan? A
That's my
quarterstaff?
quarterstaff.
Okay, so a lot of quarterstaff going on. Great.
Yeah, that's
So,
between Faye and I.
solid amount of damage. Definitely bloody. Definitely sick and tired of it. To the point that he does not want to be captured, and he is going to attempt to disengage, and that is going to bring about all your attack of opportunities. So, let's give that a shot.
And we have advantage on them.
That's complicated. What do you think, Logan?
I don't know. What does the full
Yeah.
do? Like of advantage?
It seems, I mean, flanking gives advantage, yeah, but when it comes to an attack of opportunity, it seems odd. I mean, he might try and go, like, north first, and then he would take, yeah.
It's fine with me if it's not. I was only asking.
Yeah, I'd say let him go. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
just
Alright,
give
so
Reagan
let's attack him.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, everybody just go at once.
Okay.
I did not.
Are
hit
we all doing non-lethal damage? Do we still want to capture him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm attacking
non-lethal.
Okay, and you guys all know what his AC is?
Yeah,
I
missed.
know.
I didn't get
What
him.
is
It's 18.
Oh
I
yeah,
missed
Okay.
two.
I hit him.
Okay, everybody who got 18 or better, do your math. Do your damage.
15 points of damage.
Okay.
Hold on.
Aislinn, if you click your the weapon
Yeah.
in the D20, that's how you do your attack damage.
In the chat.
Where did you do the I don't even know how to do the
So-
basic D20.
So you see in the chat log how you just did the rapier attack. Click
Yeah.
the rapier now. Now click the rapier text. It should be you should be able to highlight it. Click that one, and then you'll do another roll for the attack damage for that.
Oh, let's do it again.
Mm,
You had to
Should be,
click on
yeah.
it in the chat.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
all right, looks like Ryan did it for you. So
Okay.
If you're okay with that, you would do 6 piercing.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Okay. And then did you hit Faye? Did you hit Elijah?
I missed.
No, we missed.
Okay. He somehow weasels his way. He's going his let's see. Actually, how far can this guy go? He's a pretty slippery snake. Oh, he can go his 30. Okay, he's now at the edge of the map. If he gets off the side of the map, I'm going to say he escaped. So, yeah. Let's see, 5, 10, yeah. So, he's on the very edge of the map. He's, like, extremely bloodied, but he's using the rest of his energy to basically try and escape. That would bring us to Midoriya's turn.
Oh. How far away is he from?
Let's see, 5, 10, 20, about 25 feet away.
Well, I guess I'll just run right after him and try to take another swipe at his frickin' head to knock
Okay.
him out.
Okay, go for it. And you do not hit.
Damn it!
Sorry. Randall.
I whip it again!
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna run and jump and tackle him and try to grapple him.
Okay, you get flanking because of Midoriya, so go for it.
Okay, that's like a 2. Okay, so 16 total with advantage.
Sadly not enough.
Yeah.
Damn. Faye.
No,
All right. I'm gonna go up and just smack him, but I'm
Go
gonna
for
do
it.
non-lethal damage. So I'm gonna go up here,
Give him a good Vulcan pinch.
and then I'm going to go ahead and hit him with my quarterstaff again. I'll try to like knock him in the back of the neck to try to just knock him out.
Okay. Hopefully with an unarmed strike you'll, or both ways, somehow.
Yeah. Damn it! So I missed
Mhm.
that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do.
Could try a grapple.
My strength isn't very high. I think I'm just gonna have to do unarmed strike, but I kind of want to do.
You never know.
Well, you do have advantage
I think
on
I should-
your strength checks right now.
Mm. I feel like I have a better chance of like knocking him out by hitting him with damage. I'm gonna go ahead and spend another key point to do
Yeah.
Flurry of blows.
of blows and do
Mhm.
2 unarmed strikes on him.
Okay.
We gotta just
That would
knock
go.
him out.
Oh well, one of them hit.
One of them hit.
That was kind of weird. I thought it didn't go through, and then both of them went through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go-
So one of them hit.
Yep.
The second one hit.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and 8 damage.
He is down to 1 health.
Fuck. Fuck me.
It is.
Well,
It's
that's all I can
Elijah's
do.
turn.
So, it's been less than a minute, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
Oh shit, we
Yeah.
didn't have Roxanne do
So-
anything, did we?
So
Yeah,
that means
Roxanne-
his- That means his knife is still in his hand, and as a bonus action, I can just heat it up again. So I'm gonna do that, and I can at least do 1 hit point of damage, if not more. So I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that to non-lethally bring him down to 0.
Okay. And there's no. I'm guessing that isn't a hit, obviously. And whether he saves or not doesn't
No,
really matter.
no, that's the cool thing about heat metal is I just choose a manufactured metal object, and I can see it. That's within 60 feet of me, and I just cause it to glow red hot. And there's no save or anything like that. It just
Okay.
does the damage.
Okay.
Unless he dropped his knife.
Yeah, unless
No,
you
Or his short sword.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Drow do not want to probably leave their weapons around for other people to find. So I think you succeed, and you drop him to 0 health, and he passes out from the pain of the heat.
Hooray.
You succeeded.
Well,
Hooray.
You did the thing.
Shit, head back to the vent.
All right. Good job. Good job, team. So let me pull
Yes,
that.
we should tie this guy up and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's tie him up and take him back to the vent.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Right, I'm gonna switch the music because yeah. Do that. Then we go back to the Yawning Portal Tavern where Davil is. And I actually need to move your guys' there. Alright, 1 sec. You guys are in. Who's approaching Davil? Who's turning in?
I guess should just be me and Midori since we talked to him first.
Not a,
Oh,
Good.
Drow.
We can have the whole group behind us too.
sure.
Does everyone
Yeah.
want to join in? So he's
I'll
tied
just
up
try
and he's tied up. We have this
Uh-huh.
drow elf tied up, and then we just throw him onto the table and be like, we found the beheader. He was trying to slay an innocent drunken elf, and
Yeah.
we beat him up for you.
Yeah,
Punched him in the face real good.
yeah, fireworks.
Okay. 1 second. Yeah, you guys
Take a
throw
drink from-
him
take a drink
on
from
the
the pitcher.
table. There you go. All right. So Davil sees you guys stumble in, maybe like sweaty and muddy and icy and smelling of the docks. You drop this knocked out, mortally wounded drow gunslinger onto his table, and he's just like, well. I was sincerely hoping you would just prevent beheadings, but here I see that you have apprehended the culprit and you have prevented any other elves from dying. I am truly taken aback by all of your abilities. I assume everybody out there was involved.
Yeah.
That's right. This is my merry band here.
A round of drinks for everybody.
Excellent.
Who's buying?
Oh god.
I look at Davil like
That's
I look at
fair.
Davil as I'm drinking
You
as I'm drinking from their pitcher.
I can buy you all a round of drinks given how well you have all succeeded. Thank you very much. The Zentarum, thank you. The Drow give my people a bad name when they go around beheading elves. It continues this silly, childish rivalry, and I really appreciate everything you all did, and I would be happy to consider all of you Zentarum recruits if you want.
I guess I'll be a Zentarum recruit.
Okay.
Here to the Zantes.
Oh my god.
I think I'm happy being friends with some Zentarans.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a friend. I've worked with y'all before, but
Mm-hmm. Nice.
we all have paths.
Okay. He respectfully understands everything. He tries to offer that in the future. You're totally welcome to join if you ever choose to, and you'll be considered like at least rank 1. But Faye and Midoriya are now considered Zentarum, at least in Davil's eyes. And he lets them know of a location where they can go get winged black snake tattoos, which is the symbol of the Zentarum.
Wait, what? I gotta get a tattoo?
Well, yes, we all get them. It's the only way that we know, you're in the Zentarum, right? The Black Network.
But that'll hurt, right?
What about just like fun T-shirts or like a jersey or something? We get numbers on them too.
I mean, I guess I can kind of consider you my special agents only for myself. You don't need to. It might be difficult dealing with the less than savory Zentarum out there and those other factions. So you and I, the three of us know that you're Zentarum.
Yes, a super secret Zanti crew.
Yeah, sure.
Right. And now, of course, you'll all be wanting payment, I'm sure.
Yes, please.
Well, the Zentarum always duly pay for any help that they receive. I am an honorable man. So let's see here. I feel that it isn't fair for you guys to roll because everybody helped out on the mission. So given that he was going to pay you originally 50 GP each to just prevent a beheading, but then you also brought in the drow. He's adding 100 GP on that, and because the person was saved, he's adding another 100 GP. So 250 GP a pop.
Oh wow! Yay.
Holy shit.
The Zentarum, it's lucrative business. I hope this maybe motivates you to do further work in the future.
Hey.
What's
I respectfully have to ask. You owe me a little bit from the other. You mind if I take my?
I'm already like waving around the bag. I'm going to be like, drinks for everyone.
Yes, you everyone, but let me take my share first.
And it's Randall just taking the money out of Faye's hand. I mean, he's kind of done that before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You should just do that. You should really just do that.
I take 100 gold from the purse.
Do you want to just take it all?
No, you can buy a drink for everybody. That's fine.
This is a bad choice.
Leaving the sending stone with Faye, leaving money with Faye.
You left the sending stone with Roxton, which is the wise choice. Leaving me with the money means me blowing all the money on booze is very well known.
Mm-hmm.
So you do what you want, because that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. I'll take all of it. For sure.
Randall, I'm waving it around, and Randall swipes it away. I'm going like, drinks on Randall.
Oh my god.
Drinks on Randall. So yes, I will buy straight.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, and
yeah.
I guess Roxton's inquiring to Davil about having Schemo help us out with the paper, the shadow
paper.
shadow top paper.
Sure.
Because Schemo sent us over here originally.
Davil already caught wind of it and already okayed the whole situation.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So now we've secured that, so we can
Yep.
go check back
Well,
in with Riskall.
Also, real quick, Davil pulls both Faye and Midoriya aside and basically says, like, between the three of us, now that you're part of the Zentarum, you get a little bit of, special extra stuff on the side. So if each of you want to roll a D100, I'll give you some random stuff from a list
Oh my gosh, I so want to roll a D100.
as Zentarum
Oh, God.
initiates.
I got a 62.
So is that how you do it? Oh,
Yeah, it's totally like just a D100 die thing to roll.
oh, cool.
Okay.
30.
Let's see here. So, what the fuck? Okay. I'll have to put this in a handout for you, Marcus, but your 63 gets you a wand of necromantic cooking.
What the heck?
It can enchant a corpse or cut of meat to cut, prepare, marinate, and cook itself. So a slaughtered pig will seek out gravy to roll around in, and then sausages will then jump into a saucepan and seek out your plate when cooked.
The fuck is this item?
What the actual fuck?
Could I even use it as a monk? Like, I would imagine I need some form of
Yeah, I guess so.
efficiency.
I
I'll look into that.
it's a wand, so.
Alright, wand
Did
of
it bob
necromantic. Yes.
And then, let's see. Aislinn, meaning Midoriya, received a quiet bell, which is a 2-inch tall silver bell that prevents all sound from being emitted within 1 foot of it.
That is a dope
Okay.
treasure.
And Davil also says that currently in town there is a black market pet shop, and he'd be happy to extend a pet to each of you for free, because
Wait, what?
the Zentarum deal in black market animals.
Wait.
Do they have possums?
These, just so you guys know,
Oh
these
my
aren't
goodness.
animals for fighting in battle and stuff. They can hang out at the manor, but like, yeah.
I can.
Jordan, you know
can
where
give
I'm
me
going.
An animal.
I know exactly where you're going. An awakened possum.
Oh my
Wait.
god.
Do you have a rabbit?
I mean, rabbits are pretty common. I'm sure there's some sort of rabbit there.
Yeah, I would like a list of the available black market pets and would potentially be interested.
Okay. So I'll say that for the purposes of Marcus and Aislinn, you'll roll D100 to get a pet, but the list for buying I will stick out there for you guys to see.
36.
You will have to go to the shop later, which you guys would have gone to if you headed a little bit more south. It was a shop called Silver Lining Spellbook. And let's see, you got a 36, she got a 3. Your 36, Marcus, is a large hermit crab currently living in a full plate helmet.
Oh my god.
That is adorable.
And then Midoriya will receive a pixie that will be loyal to its owner in the most chaotic way possible.
Oh no, I don't want it.
Well, I mean, you can leave them at the manor. They aren't going to help in combat. Those are just for fun for flavor, but yeah. So those will be a thing. You guys can then just look at the list in general and check it out, and buy anything for a decided amount of gold.
There's a blink corgi.
A what?
Yeah.
Excuse me, you did not just put that in there for one specific person, did you?
Who said I even made the list?
I did.
Is there really a corgi in there?
Yeah,
A blink corgi, so it can
it's
like
number
blink.
2. A blink corgi.
A teacup owl bear.
That sounds amazing. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
wow,
so
these are all sorts of different people put the stuff in there.
Mhm.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna say, like, I don't want your pixie. Thank you very much, but I don't want it.
That's
Can you just
fine.
give the pixie to somebody else?
That if somebody
Here, you
wants
can
it.
have it.
Roxton
I
seems
can-
like
I mean,
the
I
type.
guess I would say, like, it's if you don't want it, like, I would say someone else can get it. Maybe Roxton. Yeah.
Well, I'll hand it to you, Faye. Just be like, here.
I'm gonna move you guys to the shop real quick.
I don't want it. I want a bunny.
Okay.
So
She is
fucking
on a
want.
mission.
I am.
So Silver
A
Lining
lot of
spell,
crazy ass pets.
most southern part of the map. And it looks a little something like this.
Oh damn.
You're greeted by a pretty creepy, slimy looking individual, and he admits that he's just selling black market pets for this 1 week only while he's watching shop for a friend who owns Silver Lining Spellbook usually. But yeah, if anybody wants to buy any pets for fun,
I think I'll
Do you
stick
have
with
a
the hermit
rabbit?
crab.
is there a rabbit on this list?
I don't know. I can't find one.
Control find rabbit. Nope, no
Rabbit,
control find
bunny?
on this.
Anything?
I'm sure there
A
has to be
rabbit orient?
some sort of rabbit on here. I mean, there's a talking mouse for Christ's sake, and a dire squirrel. Another blink dog.
I cannot look at the list on my Roll20, and I just realized you were slowly getting it up there, but I don't know. I'll probably have to try to make it.
I mean, it is available to everybody, right? Technically.
I saw it.
I put it in all
Can
journals.
Roll20 mobile app or a mobile website go to my phone and show me the
Well,
list?
probably
No.
not. Yeah.
No, it cannot.
Let me start from the back side of the list. There's a
Is it
jackalope
under the
named
is it under the
Fredicious.
journal? Ooh,
Uh,
dude, you should get a jackalope. That'd be sweet.
It's under lists, which probably isn't very fair to you guys. Let me see if I can move it. I'll move it out from the list into the main page. Should be there at the top. Magical wooden badger, floating eyeball, chameleon, monkey, kangaroo.
A chromatic pseudo dragon, excuse. Back the other way.
I'm just going through the list because we need to find a rabbit apparently.
Oh, that's right. See if I can get this list to load. Did okay.
Maybe I'm bad at
Okay.
reading.
There's a possum
No,
with
you-
a
you
wonky
can-
eyeball.
Oh man, but I already have a hermit crab, and honestly, like I don't think they would spend money on another pet as much as I would
Yeah.
like a possum.
I mean, I think that
I've already named him. His name is Hermes.
that's pretty pure. maybe this is something to do another time just in case. But you guys,
There are two rabbits type things to the search.
you could
Oh, actually,
change.
technically, there's one rabbit.
I wouldn't care you changing some sort of rabbit with mouse or rat. You know.
What did you find, Marcus?
A magical wooden badger. It appears as this little dude was crafted by a druid to assist its partner with castle infiltration tactics and sneaking around. Always carries around the floppy ear broken off a wooden rabbit. That seems weird. Then there's a rock from the elemental plane of Earth that you are pretty sure is sentient, even if it gives no indication thereof. And then one of the things his appearances is a white rabbit that leaves fire in its wake. That's pretty dope. It was basically like a white rabbit that's technically a rock from the elemental plane of Earth that
Oh,
basically
geez.
just like leaves fire in its path.
Say,
That's
very metal.
interesting. Well, wait. There's a. Where was it? Oh, I
There
just
is a
freaking
jackalope.
saw it. There.
A jackalope named Fredicus. You feel as if he is always sadly judging your every move. He's very suspicious of dogs and wolves.
The number 33, a small animal, and it doesn't specify what it could be. But
Oh, a druid that's stuck in wild shape.
can I have that? And it just be a bunny, and I know
Sure.
it's actually a
Sure.
person.
Why not?
I mean, a bunny is a small animal. I mean, they say think
Yeah.
fox, dog, raccoon, bunny would be the same thing. So but it's still a druid that's stuck in wild shape. That's really funny. Players
Yes, I
won't know
just don't
this
know that.
unless they manage a very successful use of detect magic arcana check with DC of 18.
Wow. Wow.
Is that okay, Ryan?
Yeah, that's fine.
How much do the pets have varying prices, or are they all the same price?
Y'all are gonna have to roll 2D 100s for cost of gold.
What? Okay.
That could be pricey.
Yes, it could.
I'm going to stick with Hermes, my cute little hermit crab who's living in this helmet.
So I have to roll 2d
Get him,
hundreds?
get him drunk. Yeah.
Gonna fill that helmet up with
Okay.
booze.
So that's 114.
Sounds about
44.
right. Sounds about right.
To buy this I think it's just a rabbit.
Well, you know.
And I will pay every cent.
Okay. You buy that very expensive rabbit, and it is yours now.
Yay!
You've made her
Lit.
day.
Lit.
A very expensive rabbit.
Yes.
I'm just holding it tightly, not knowing that it is actually a person.
All right, question. If
Yeah.
we do the roll or the cost, are we stuck paying it, or that's just finding out how much it costs and we decide not to?
That's finding out how much it costs. What are you thinking? Something?
Ooh. Yeah, so numbers, multiple numbers 127, and way before that, I think it's like 42, but let me see. 42. Yeah. So they're both pseudo dragon. One's just the size of a fist.
I mean,
who is
you,
very excited about everything, and the other one is one that sneezes and a minor chromatic breath attack happens, and then it changes scales to the color.
I mean, you don't have to roll a D100 to pick the animal at this point. You can just pick any one you want, but then you have to roll 2D100
Yeah, that's
for
what
the
I'm
amount
saying.
of gold.
Those are the two I'm interested in. Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
Why don't you roll the D100?
Okay, I'll do it, and then it'll be public. 2D100.
This will be for number 42.
115. Lot number 42 is 115 gold pieces.
And then how much is the other one?
We
got 140. 115, and then
38.
The other one's 38.
That was the rules of the roll.
I'll buy them both.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow.
You are a druid.
And they will live at our manor, and I'll hang out with those pets.
I feel.
So let's see.
I don't know what Randall's doing, but I feel like he's sweating bullets during these high stakes transactions because his money could be going to the business.
Wait.
Okay, but see, I had like 3.
I'm fine with it. I'm just saying. I don't. Logan can say how
So
Randall's feeling.
I have like 158 gold left after all of this.
What was that, Logan?
You mean they'll live at my manor?
Yeah,
Yes,
your
at
man.
your manor.
My manor.
Totally, your manor.
Okay. I mean, everybody good with the pets they
All right.
got?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with the pets. I would like to go back to Rishkal and let him know that we secured his supply of shadow top paper,
Okay.
and that he no longer needs to be using the duskwood paper.
Mm-hmm.
And after we do that with him, I want to go tell Fala that we got him to switch from the duskwood paper to a more economic friendly shadow top paper, and that she has nothing to protest anymore against those people. We are all green initiatives.
We're all good to go for that 25% discount.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I mean, these interactions don't have to be too long or weighty. Basically, you go talk to Rishal. He seems very like uncomfortable and is wringing his hands, and he feels a little shook up from I don't know, being approached by the Zentarum. And he was like, "Oh, it's all of you people. I guess you did what you said you were going to, huh?"
Yep.
That we did.
We did it.
I just hope
No more duskwood.
no more duskwood, but I really fear what can of worms you've opened up, you know.
Don't worry about it.
No, I don't know. I think it'll be a-okay. And if things get weird or more uncomfortable than you maybe feel right now, you could just come let old Elijah know.
I get the feeling I won't have much of a choice. You'll probably be the ones breaking my kneecaps.
Don't worry about it.
We are not going to hurt you. We're friends. We are friends, Russell.
Last time I trust a bunch of strangers that just walk into my store.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. You probably shouldn't do that, but you can trust us.
Rishal's done with you.
Well,
Jordan, didn't you have some questions to ask him?
I'm over him. I don't want to ask
You're over him.
questions.
You don't care anymore.
No, the fact that I have pseudo dragons to look after, I'm less worried about this dragon.
You're excited for your new shiny pets.
Yeah.
All
Who I
right.
have yet to
Sounds
name.
like you guys were heading to the greenhouse lady. Or well, not lady. Let's see. Bop, bop, bop. Back in what their name is? This name.
Fala?
Fala.
Hey, fella.
Falair greets you and says is working on a multitude of other protest signs and looks up at you and is just like, "Oh, you. I honestly was not expecting to see you again. It's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 nights. Everything go okay? I don't really understand."
Yep, you don't have to protest anymore.
So no more Duskwood.
No
more Duskwood being used for spell books. No.
Well, what the heck is he using instead?
Shadow Top.
Shadowtop? Do you know where Shadowtop comes from?
Oh, I knew this would happen.
No, I don't.
From
God damn
only
it. Roxton showed her his book made of Shadowtop.
Yes, it's very nice, and it's a great renewable resource for a small group of people living the Shadow Vale. But if you're going to kill an entire forest, that is sad.
What is he supposed to use then?
Whatever, it's fine. You technically did what I asked you to do. He found a substitute. I guess now I just need to cross out some of these signs.
I had to risk my literal neck for this bullshit.
I
Hey,
guess.
hey, you're hurting someone's. Tried really hard to do what we thought you would ask us to do, Fala. Is there? I mean, what could it be made out of that wouldn't be exploited on a mass scale? I mean, what resource is not finite?
That is a good argument, if you want to roll for persuasion.
Oh boy, not the most charismatic. Natural 18. That's a 19.
Oh, that's pretty solid. I understand what you're saying and where you're coming from, and it is an improvement in some ways. I know some people in the Shadow Vale that might be able to affect and cut off their supply. At least I can kind of get ahead of this thing. But you technically did what I asked for, so I'd feel comfortable giving you a 20% price reduction and then a 30% if you buy in bulk. If that's comfortable for you.
Oh well. I
You
remember
give us-
25, but I'm okay with 20 and 30. That works.
Yeah,
for me.
you said 25.
Is this thing going to keep doing whatever it's doing? I assume that's
That's tough to
crying, but I
say.
really can't tell.
Yes,
It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
keep
tough
trying.
to say.
If you don't give me the 25% you promised me.
Oh my goodness. I'll give you specifically the 25%. I feel like you were fairly innocent in all this because
Just leave him with me.
you don't really seem to know what's going on
I got him. Just shut the door.
in a global kind of way.
Come here, Zeusser.
Wait, so wait, I want some potions.
Okay, I'll bring up the potions list.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the potions.
So how much are they if I get 25% off?
Oh,
Did you just
jeez.
spend all this money on a pet?
I have a little money left.
3 days ago, I have no money. Where do I find money? And now 3 days later, let me charge my credit card.
Pets, potions, everything.
If you tell me what
Gold
potion,
everywhere.
I'll do the math for you.
I just wanted some potions of healing. Because that's all
Okay.
I can afford.
So That would be 12.5 gold off, so they would be 37.5 gold each.
Sweet. I'll take 2.
Okay. Two potions of healing. Anybody else doing any buying of potions?
Nope.
Nah, you're good? Okay. That wraps up all of that. Are people wanting to... Okay, from here, what I see the two most obvious things going on would be working on the tavern and getting that going, and or getting invites to other guilds and hearing them out and hearing what their side quests are. That's basically what is on the docket for the rest of this. There's one other minor side quest in this town, but to just shake things up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to head out soon.
Okay. How soon?
Like just a few minutes.
Okay. How about we do some rolls to get the tavern up and running and maybe net some money from it before before Logan has to go.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'm gonna open up. Let's see. I think I'm actually the one with the list, but skill checks for running the business. That's okay. That's purely running the business.
With the business skill checks?
Yeah, that's for like once the business is actually up and running.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So there's. I'm gonna pull up my Google Doc. That's where it is. Okay. Essentially, the upfront cost was 1,250 gold over 10 days for them to work on this place. If you help over 2, basically you can do a skill check for 5 days and then a skill check for another 5 days to help out and reduce the cost of getting help from the guilds. Getting a DC 10 or higher reduces 10 by 10 GP, 15 or higher is 25 GP, 20 or higher is 50 GP, nat 20 is 100 GP. I'll do that over again as you guys roll. You can do stuff to help, like move furniture around, clear debris, repair stuff, maybe steal silverware from local businesses to like bring in, or make some alcohol. You can use spells in clever ways, and maybe you can also use charisma in some clever ways. So basically, each person wants to take 2d20 for certain kinds of rolls to see how they do and help reduce the price of fixing up the place.
I volunteered to clean.
Okay. That might be purely just an athletics check.
Okie dokie.
If you want to do a couple of
Yeah.
those.
I was thinking about some heavy stuff and rebuilding.
Sure, that's
Yeah,
fair.
and I'm gonna be working on more the building side again, just kind of crafting to help. Anytime they're putting like the joist of beams together or anywhere like we're kind of constructing with wood, I'm just gonna try to make it all better.
Sure, fair enough. So
He's gonna
Aislinn,
make booze.
her sweeping and helping her out reduces by 10 GP for 5 days if you want to roll again or do something different.
Okay. No, I'll just roll again.
Okay. You rolled for deception.
Oh, oops. How does it? Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Oof.
I'll say you helped 5 GP worth. So over 10 days, you helped 15 GP worth. Who wants to go next? And tell me what they're doing.
I'll go.
Okay.
I want to help make booze. I have
Okay.
proficiency in brewer supplies. Does that
Sure.
give me any advantage?
Sure. I would say it exactly gives you advantage on your rolls. So.
Okay, sweet. So I guess I'll roll 2d20 for my first roll.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
does it have to do with any?
It added it together, just so you
skill?
know.
Oh, whoops. Does it also any skill?
That's what I
involved,
was
like,
trying to figure out real quick before doing that.
I'll just do the 15 and then I'll just add whatever.
I think
Yeah,
so. Out of curiosity, Aislinn,
Yeah.
did you see where Ryan put up the business skill checks?
I mean, that's
Right
a
on
little
roll
different,
20?
but
Marcus, you had proficiency.
What's that?
Add proficiency if you're proficient at it.
You're just
Oh, so that's 17. Like, I guess, do we want to do a straight roll then instead of like doing like a specific skill?
Yeah, it's a straight roll plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be a 17.
Okay. 17 for the first 5 days. So that helps 25 GP worth.
Okay, and
It's
then
helpful.
I'll just do it the same again. Or we'll add it, but so 19 for the second one.
Cool. That's technically another 25 GP worth.
Excellent. Faye's pulling his weight and making some strong booze.
So Faye saves me 50 GP.
Yes. You made drink
Okay.
you out of 50 GP though, so it may be a wash.
It's a contribution.
And how much is Aislinn?
What?
Aislinn helped 15 GP worth.
Okay. GP.
I'm writing it on the side as well, just in case.
Oh, great. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Who wants to
Hello.
Who wants to go next?
Who's next?
I can go next.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So I guess the first chunk, I'm gonna do what I said, where I'm trying to just the building thing.
Okay. And you're using
And-
spell casting, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm using Druidcraft primarily.
Okay. I would say probably use your like spell casting attack bonus or something like that.
All right. Well, that was a natural 17, and my spell attack bonus is 7. That's 24.
Okay, that's above 20, so you help 50 GP worth.
And then on my second week,
Mhm.
I want to work on the front of the establishment, and
Okay.
I want to kind of try to do plant growth, like some tree branches, like shrubbery.
Okay.
Nothing like not beautiful flower thick, more like aged, almost kind of like ancient foresty.
If Randall's okay with that, go ahead.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay. Had to run that one by the big cheese.
We're naming it, by the way. If you could give it a little flair.
Do you want
It's good
some
to-
flower flair in there?
Yeah, it's gonna be called the Horny Toad.
Oh my god.
Oh, are we renaming the bar the Horny Toad?
Yeah.
So here's what I want to do. I want it to be like a lot of tree, like root and stumpy kind of wooded material, a bit gnarled, and it's going to try to make the shape of the head of a horny toad. And then on like the tips of the horns of the horny toad, we'll have a couple like blossoms coming out. What's up?
I dig it. It's great.
All right. Well, that was an 11, and I guess that spell casting, so plus 7 is 18.
Cool. Yep, that works. So that would be that helps out 25 GP worth. Great.
And those are my days.
Those are your days. So then that we've got Roxton and we've got Randall.
All right. This week I'm gonna just be lifting stuff and
Okay.
moving everything.
Makes
Elbow
sense.
grease.
Yep, we need a lot of that.
So it's gonna be 23 on athletics to clean it.
Hell yeah. Okay. So that would get you 50 GP worth of hard labor.
Great. And the next week I'm gonna stand outside and go around town and talk to how
Okay.
awesome this is gonna
That makes
be.
sense.
Give comments.
Great.
And that is 15 on performance.
15 total. Okay, so that would get you 25 GP worth. So good. Productive. And then, great. Roxton, Marcus, if you feel up to it,
I
I can
wonder
also do
what
it.
he can do. Yeah, I mean, okay, so he doesn't seem like he has any specializations
He
with
could,
anything
knowing
specifically.
him, he would probably catapult everything out the window. But yeah,
That's not really helping.
old
Unless
shit.
it's doing it to get rid of trash.
Yeah, everything.
I
in
guess
the-
let's.
Mhm.
I guess let's have him do magic. Like, let's have him help magically in any way he can. So I guess I'll roll a d20 and do I add a spell attack bonus or something?
Yeah, that's what we're doing
He
for
just does the
spellcasting.
Mickey Mouse wizard thing where he gets a bunch of mobs
Yeah.
chant to come
Yes.
to life and help
Yes.
Patty at the bar.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know how that turned out. All right, I'll roll for Roxy for this. His first roll, so he got a
9
16.
plus. Yep. Okay, that helps.
His spell attack bonus is a 7.
25 GP. Perfect.
And then. Ooh, we got a nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice. So that would help out 100 GP worth. I guess it was
Excellent.
pretty effective. This magic. He's the wizard.
His catapulting everything out worked out really well.
Okay, I'm gonna take like 10 seconds to add this up real quick. Okay, Randall, you were able to save yourself 343 gold by doing manual labor with everyone.
Great.
Yeah. And then, because of that,
Hey,
those 10 days went by and everything's all spruced up and really nice. And your place ends up looking a little bit like this. Let me see if I can... There we go. The Troll Skull Manor is open for business now.
Ooh, it's so fancy.
Whoa. Yeah, you guys, we opened up a business.
Oh my god, is Leaf the ghost behind the bar?
Yeah. Of course he is.
Yes.
I kept him around because I thought you wouldn't kill him.
how happy is he?
He's pretty damn happy. He's treating everyone really he's taking people's coats. He's helping people sit down, pouring them drinks.
Oh,
great.
He's largely happy that you let him keep the naked elf woman portrait up.
Yeah, it's a good touch. It's a good touch.
It is the horny toad, right?
You're telling
Is that
me.
what we're calling? Is that what we're calling it?
It's Randall's
Yep.
bar. If he named it, it's named.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, not much choice.
Yeah. It's like a horned toad.
If anybody ever feels like exploring the map, it's pretty damn fancy up here. 3 floors worth, tons of beds and nice carpets and whatnot. But yeah, what's with this blue line?
Oh, that was me on accident. I don't know how to delete it. Sorry.
Bam.
Sorry.
Let me just make sure I'm not about to like break something. Ooh, I
Oh,
almost.
did I do
Yep.
it? Okay, I got rid of it.
Yay.
There's a dot too. I'll get rid of
Cool.
that as well.
If you guys want to run your business for a week, you can make a bunch of money. I mean, technically, it's Randall's money. If he's kind enough to share with all you guys, then yeah.
Yeah, I think I might want to do that upon our next episode.
Next session.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay,
Sounds
good.
good.
works for me. If that works for everybody else.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Uh,
I will say if anybody feels like doing any side quests in the meantime, we can still kill another hour, but we can also call this good for our first Roll20 session.
I think we can call it good for the first Roll20 session.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
I
good
think it's
first
pretty
Roll20.
successful.
I think it's very successful.
That was awesome.
All things considered. And like honestly, I didn't know how it would kind of feel, and at first it took me a little bit to get into it the way I would if you guys were here, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
once you're used to the Discord and the chat, I mean, and we've been getting more adjusted to that for Jackpot games over the week. It was pretty much like we were all hanging out and doing it here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It wasn't a whole lot different. Hopefully, we can get Logan set up with some better audio for next time. I do feel like he probably would have more to say if he could have been heard.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We all have resources. We'll help hook Logan up or Logan will hook himself up. So yeah.
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 Right on. Well, good D&D team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to
Alright.
try to figure out like
Agreed.
when we'll do the next one?
Because I already have a lot of material prepared, we could go 2 weeks from now. Next week I have midterms.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks would be a good buy amount of time.
Okay.
But yes,
Yeah.
I am free. I am sure 2
Yeah.
weeks from now.
Yeah. So
Sounds
like
good.
the 9th or 10th.
Yeah.
Something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And I think we're gonna be a little bit more Saturdays. Hopefully, we can get Danny included in on the next session, and not like on the weekend when he all works. But I mean, whatever day like kind of works for the majority of people. I don't know. It's just kind of a crapshoot the day of that he can participate, anyways. So it's
Yeah.
tough to schedule just around big maybe.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, this is exactly kind of the right enough squad that I think we'll always have enough people to play if people really want to, or if people don't want to miss out. There's plenty of side quests and guild stuff to do in the meantime. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, even just now, you just offer like, hey, I have to stop. If you guys want to keep playing,
Yep.
there's things we can do that are not overly canon. That is like he missed the big thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, people's character sheets are in here, so technically the rolls can still happen, and yeah, good stuff.
Righteous.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hop off the chat, and we can, text or